was broken. Fuck all of these bitches, I can't trust no woman. Unless you my mama, all you bitches broke me to the core. Even my best friend don't check up on me, but lying telling me that she.
Nah, it's just hot as fuck outside.
Ain't that the truth?
Thing can't keep up.
And it's August, dude. I'm expecting 80s in August. I'm not expecting
Right?
100s.
Dude, it's funny because some motherfuckers were like, oh, it's the 22, right? And they're like, oh man, it's the cold coming. It's like, what? No, we're in August. The cold ain't coming. I think that's fun. Shit, cold my ass.
For real, man. At least the rest of the week we got 80s, so we're good. We
So we want to start ahead or we want to wait for Mar? They're supposed to be back. Or we can ask ETA.
Yeah, we could ask ETA. You want me to ask ETA?
Yeah, go for it. If not, I was already gonna do it. But I was like, all right, I got rid of the other ones. So don't have.
Do I sound better? Is the new mic working?
I'm also thinking. Wait, nah, I think I'll keep it here. I was thinking, you guys, I shouldn't make a separate Discord for the debbing shit. I should still just keep it like a mini section in here, right? It's mostly private anyways, so you guys can't even see it for the most part, I'm assuming.
I feel like someone took out the our regular whatever.
The who?
We had like a regular general section that's been taken out. I don't know.
Squad vibing? That's the general. I just changed the name.
Excuse me. Let me see. Squad vibing. No. I'm talking about the pod, the bestie pod.
Oh yeah, I did because like I realized like we don't really need that many like.
Oh, that's the one.
He's finally here.
That's the one.
He's finally here. I've been here.
Yeah.
That's the one where I was hoping that we could use for checkups, but then I'm like, I guess we'll just use my notes for checkups. That's cool.
Well, because you guys are already fine, whatever. And no, the thing I was gonna say, squad diving is also for our stuff. I was like, no, let's consolidate. So it's fine. It's not like what we're saying to each other is like that private, right? It's mainly just so our bookmark shit, and we can't get cockblocking on VC. That's its main purpose.
Interesting.
So did we start already?
No. We were just about to ask.
I was literally about to send you a message.
I'm about to say, man, I got something to say if we're gonna get into it.
Huh? I'm running out of shit to say. I mean, heck, I just uploaded an episode today announcing I will also be a what do they call them again? What is IGN apparently?
Gaming news website.
Yeah, there you go, or something of Mar. You know the word. What do they call them? Game reporters or some shit. Journalists. There you go. Game journalists.
No. Journalist means you're actually doing actual work. IGN, they more or less send out hit pieces to certain properties that they don't like for no reason.
No, that's why I said like fuck it as a joke. That I'm already a controversy tuber. Fuck it, I'm also a gaming tuber journalist because apparently I do a better job than I'm pulling the Colbert, or is it Colbert Report? Or you know that one dude who says he's not a journalist but he actually does more journalism than most people do, and he's on Comedy Central. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Jon Stewart?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm basically gonna be the Jon Stewart. I kind of already.
You're the greatest motherfucker. I love Jon Stewart.
Right? Everybody loves
Jon Stewart is the reason why I'm into politics, because the way how he would explain shit was like, you know what? I need to get into this shit so I can understand a lot more than what he's talking about.
And you can't forget the OGs like Colbert Report, man. Those were the OGs, dude. Or the Daily Show. Those were my favorites back in the day. They were the OGs. And Jon Stewart 100% took the mantle, and he fucking ran with it. And
he took the mantle. He is the Daily Show. Like, he literally is the Daily Show. It is insane.
Just to me, what impresses me is how he innovated upon that theory. Like, he really adapted to, like, and the funny thing is, the thing with those three, like, people don't really, because a lot of people don't understand about the Daily Show in general, right, from whether it was Colbert or other dude, is that they were so on point that they appealed to the youth, which is something that most politics can't do. Like they have like, man, what is it, the young people? Because they're not stupid. They actually don't talk down to us like we're idiots, and they actually focus on facts instead of what their opinions are.
Which is literally what most politicians fucking do, even up to this very day. Like Kamala Harris, everyone forgets because they keep talking about like, oh, she's gonna be the savior of the country, even though she's fucking vice president right now. She used to actively sit there and talk shit about the youth. Oh, the younger generation, they're dumb. They don't know what they want. Like, to play that role and try to make it seem like we're the fucking idiots for not going out and voting when she's fucking talking her stupid bullshit. It's like, man, y'all motherfuckers Anyone hit the record button so I can go?
I mean, fuck it. I think it's as good a start as any. Why not? But yeah, hello everyone. It's your favorite FGC VTuber who is now, you guys seen this other video, a journalist, which is kind of led into this mini rant, and we got Honorable and Vile. Yeah, it is greatest gaming news.
I can't wait.
Nah. Fuck all the fucking intricacies. Right now, I'm going in now. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to fucking tell you something, all right? First and foremost, everyone here, along with our listeners, I'm pretty sure, are gamers. We fucking play video games and have a good fucking time. When you start bringing stupid bullshit into our video games, such as, I don't know, politics, the only red versus blue I want to care about is fucking playing Halo, okay? I honestly do not really give a shit about anything you have to say about who you want to vote for. And on top of that, I'm not going to be mad at you for whoever the fuck you want to vote for. If you want to vote for a floating asshole, go right the fuck ahead. But just know, if you're going to pick up the sniper, I'm going to virtually beat the shit out of you with my crotch. Okay? That's the only thing we should all be worried about. Having fun playing video games and enjoying video games. That's literally it. Don't bring politics into our games. You start doing that, foot goes into ass right after that, okay? Because we ain't here for that bullshit, all right? Just either A, pass the fucking controller because we're playing single player games and you already died for the third time you're supposed to pass it before, or we play multiplayer games together and we just shoot the shit and have a good time. And it doesn't fucking matter what we play. We're all gamers. If you sit there and you play on your mobile phone, you're a gamer. I hate you, but you're a gamer. Like, please, everyone, understand, as a gamer, that's all we gotta worry about. Having a good time and playing games. That's it. Nothing else matters. Except for that one cheater that needs to get stopped. Like a fucking flyer, okay? But fuck that guy. That one person that cheats, you know what person I'm talking about, right, guys? That one person. Just one person. Whoever that one person is, yeah, fuck that guy. Anyway.
See, look, all of this stuff because I said I'm a gaming journalist now, and that led into like, oh, the Daily Show is great and good politics. They appeal to the youth, and then he's talking shit about Kamala loser, how he's talking shit to the youth, and there you go. That's the update for you guys. Deal with it.
Yeah, keep politics off of games, guys. Just play the fucking game and just enjoy it. That's it.
Here's my rant. Take it from someone like I said. So I got to speak on behalf of all the. Like, when I think politics, I think boring shit, you know, like things that put people to sleep, you know, stats, taxes, this and that. The way Americans use politics compared to the rest of the world is really fucking weird. Like, when you hear, like, we're talking about, you know, actual politics. When Americans use it, it's like politics and shit that kind of is related to it. Like a good example, obviously gay rights in a sense, like, oh, that's technically political, because, like, oh, is it a right or not to pass? But now the morality of it, that's not really politics, that's just a discussion. And that's my biggest problem with American politics. When people say politics, like half the time it has nothing to do with politics. Maybe it could be like a standoff point.
It is,
but it's always some shit that has nothing to actually do with it. And that's, to me, the real problem. Is like, I like politics in games, but things like Metal Gear, like espionage, military, you know, shit that's actually cool. You know, like that. That's the kind of politics I like in my game. Things that are intriguing, interesting, and boring to most people. You know, that's why I play SimCity. No, we've seen it. No, we've literally seen me put the most political game. Straight up. Goddamn city building.
Hard. Are you kidding?
Right? You know what I'm saying? So, like, I want to differentiate that for all my fellow foreigners. Like, yes, it's very confusing when
I would like to reiterate that the most political game of all time is Age of Empires, but continue.
Oh, true. You know what? Fair enough. You know what? That's actually... No, that's cap. He's right. He's fucking right. No. You are correct, sir. That is facts. That is actually facts. I mean, because not only are you doing city shit, you got, like, the actual, you know, geopolitics. See? There's even a word for that. But yeah, no, Loki, I'm with Mar. Like, when it comes to, you know, I'll find out what the, you know, you guys keep going. I'm find out what the actual dictionary is, just so I'm not stupid anymore.
Okay, so like, how you were like saying that gay rights isn't politics, but they're just involving with the law if they should get married or not. But I feel like
that's political. Like, the law part of it is political, but the morality or the you know, like that stuff.
It's like more of a conversation. I see where you're coming.
Right, exactly.
Which is true.
Saying, like, obviously, like the second it starts when there's paper involved, then it's politics. The second there isn't, not politics.
It's like if one day America would decide to make pineapple pizza illegal.
I mean,
That's a sin.
and the thing is, here's the thing about politics to me, why I don't discuss in it, is for three reasons, right? One, most people are fucking idiots. I came to realize because I got into it really young at 12, and I thought people, like market, like, oh man, they think they have common sense, so they can actually, debate or have conversation. No, people just throw fucking shit at each other and shit and whatnot. They're just idiots. It's like, oh, it's a waste of my time. You can't really have discussions. And then, like, second, I feel like most of it really comes down, especially for like depending on what your state is. Either you get a vote or you don't. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. And in simple, that's what I said. If I ever get into power and office, it'd be very simple for me. Like, I know what I'm trying to do. I'm objectively either doing the right thing. But if it's something like, good example, like say Japan, we all know I want to be in politics in Japan. We all know I have nothing against gay people. I don't give a fuck what you do behind closed doors. But again, I even learned that there's different methods. One of them's called like when you're in power, there's different ways to do it, right? Like, do you do what you want to do? Do you do what your advisors do, or do you do what the people do? Right? It's one of the big three. And I think one that's super true that we can all agree that you have to is if you are voted into power or office, you should definitely be listening to the people who put you in that position. I think that should be kind of common sense, even for someone who generally, even let's say, if I do want to do something and it doesn't go into the people, I try my best to agree with the people. And if I can't really get it to, unless it's a situation where I know they're just fucked if they don't listen to me kind of shit, which is super situational, then it's like, well, I have to listen to people. Good example, like I said, if it was up to me, this is how like I said, and I think this is the lesser of two evils. If I were to put a poll, Prime Minister of Japan, and we could be like, okay, can we make gay marriage legal? I don't give a fuck about even my own opinions. I was put in the power for this people, so I literally, all right. Like, I'd be like, all right, cool. Like, I even have petition everything, whatever. Do everything by the books, whatever. Like, just, and then, okay, cool. Is it yeah or no? And if literally most Japan says no, all right, cool. Drop it, fuck off, and never ever bring it up again, because there's no point. It'll probably be generations before you could try to attempt that again. And people don't really realize that that's kind of, to a degree, how it should be, if that makes sense. But that's just me personally. So I know people, if you're voting for me, like, I'll actually fucking listen to you. Even if it's something I don't agree with. But at the end of the day, it's like, this is, what am I? I am in a country, and this is what the people want. The people get what they want, and this is something where it's like, this is super opinionated. At the end of the day, it doesn't affect me and it doesn't affect most people, and it's not that important. That's how I would take, again, like, unless it's something where it's like, no, we kind of literally need this bridge built or we're gonna die. Like, yeah, I kind of don't need your opinion. Like, we kind of need this pass. There's certain things where like, nah, I don't think people.
That there should be no polls for.
Exactly, right. There are certain things for sure, and again, at the same time, let's say. Maybe, like, they say a scientist says some mumbo-jumbo atom bullshit. I'm like, I'm going to have to take your word for it, even if I don't feel like I trust you, and even if the people who disagree with you. Homie, what do me and the people have against this dude who's been studying this shit for years? I'm going to listen to him. This is certain, there's a fine line. There's the people, the professional, and then your intuition, like, should I really go to war, right? Like, I think that's 50-50 for sure. Like, if you feel like you really have to, then all right. But then it goes into the point, like, you can't just, I'm in the hard belief you can't just force people to go to war, especially now in modern days. Like, look how many people are fucking leaving Russia. Like, I think when it comes to war, it's definitely a 50-50 split. Like, if people don't want to, then you can't force it, because at the end of the day, they're the ones fighting. Like, that's just honestly how I say it, really. But regardless, you get my point, is that I would
it's
make
kind of funny you bring that up too, because even like being more on a serious note when it comes to a lot of this stuff, the main issue that America has is the fact that it seems like as time has gone on, there are more people with deep pockets that are involved in politics and moving certain things certain ways. That's the reason why a lot of people are pissed off now. And especially if you guys paid attention to like last week, and they had like a whole Democratic nominees convention happening down over by the United Center. Like, a lot of the conversation was like, "Oh, listen to the people, and we'll take down the billionaires." All while all these people are looking down at the people, and the billionaires are literally up in the suites watching this whole thing happening and giggling and laughing, knowing nothing is going to happen to them. And like, it just. Over time, there's been a lot of nuance that a lot of people have now been paying attention to, because it's like, hey, as a person who lives here, I do X, Y, and Z. And when I do X, Y, and Z, for some reason, I feel like I'm getting shafted. Why is that? So just because people start going around asking questions, that's what's starting the divide. And now it's down to a point where, okay, if you do your research and you see everything that's going on, and you feel a certain way about either side, then you're definitely going to be against that side for like, hey, those guys are the reason why I'm not making as much money as I should. Or those guys are the reason why my gas is so high. Or those guys are the reason why groceries cost $3 million and all I do is just buy a loaf of bread. Like,
Those guys are the reason why they keep playing League of Legends.
You know what?
Hell
No,
nah.
They purposely play League of Legends just because they want to watch the world burn, and those guys literally have no brain whatsoever. If you play League of Legends, you're a gamer, but you're a dead brain gamer.
No,
Anyway,
bro, I can't
continuing.
even call him a gamer, bro. No, fuck that shit. You already know. I'll
No,
die.
I can't, because it stinks to them that other industries looked at League of Legends and they're like, hey, we can make stupid money off of people. All we have to do is make a game that's extremely frustrating and then we can make money off of it.
No, not even that, bro. They have to barely make a game. They have to barely. Like League and all these other League, like they're not even games, bro. Like, and yet they're like, fuck, dude. Like, dude, I'll keep it real. GTA Online is barely even a game, bro.
You know what's funny is that when you said that you'll be prime minister, you take polls. I could imagine you just doing like a Twitch chat thing and like, yo, chat.
I would. I mean, shit. That's probably what would get me into office, anyways.
That would be crazy.
All right, chat. Let's vote. Do the gays get rights? It's fucked up. I mean, I know personally to me it is conflicting, like for sure. Like I think it is. Like I think it's immaculately stupid. But at the end of the day, what country am I in? Japan. Who cares about my actual opinion? Like this is straight up an opinion. It's not like you know what I'm saying. Like the world's not gonna crumble if there's no gay people. Sorry, sadly. I think it is. Like I really don't see. Like I'm gonna be honest. Like I said,
just not legally.
I will see that the world will crumble if there's too many gay people.
well, that was a given. Like, let's be real, that's kind of a given. Like the math, whatever. It's not like whatever. And then here's the real problem that gets to it is you can just. This is again why I also don't really do politics. You could just. I don't like opinion. We've all know this. I don't give a shit or like to me it's literally because a good best example like taste. Some people think like they'll eat cilantro and it just tastes like soap for them. You can't change someone's. It is what it is. That's why I don't like talking about anything in its opinion. Like, and even I'll be like even if someone's like if they hate or whatever, like I never argue. Good example. Like, even if they're the best games of all time, right? Like good example. Like say Resident Evil. I've met people that don't like Resident Evil. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, that's your opinion. You're entitled to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's fine. It could be the best thing and they could not like it, and that's fine to me. I'm like, well, that's just you. Like I'm not the person to want to change people's opinions. It could be the fact that because I've been around so many filthy Christians and Catholics and they're the most annoying people on earth. So I am very against trying to change people's opinions. It's like, dude, if they're not like that in the first place, what the hell are you going to do to change it?
I mean, some people are just immune to change. Like
Exactly.
they can show very little change and then just like completely regress that.
I don't know, man. There's still cults going around till this day, so I think it's easy to
No,
influence
I
people to
actually know a man that used to be a man. He's a man-child.
I mean, pretty much. Yeah. Like I said, and like in the past, especially with Americans, like see, with Europeans and other people like in Japan, I have no problem talking politics, right? It's particularly Americans I have a problem with because they don't know how to actually discuss. They just give opinions and feelings, and then they start yelling. It's like, bro, why are you yelling? Like, and here's the biggest problem. Why I can't get into debates. The second it becomes an argument, I just want to fight. I don't do that bitch shit. Like, I just beat you because here's how it works. How real politics works. You disagree with someone, bigger man wins. It's not. It doesn't. Again, like I said, history's written by the victor. You're like, even if I am wrong, as far as I'm concerned, well, he's dead, so I'm right. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm big dick. I'm actual like. Believe it or not, I mean, you guys can. To a degree, like I said, I'm super into politics, but I actually have a natural knack for politics. It actually runs in our family. So I literally come from years of experience and just. Yeah. So that's why I look at Americans like, I'm like legit like the boss. I'm like, you disgust
One of his family members is the mayor of Sichuan.
Mayor's aide. But regardless, actually, one of my distant relatives is, I think, currently or was the president of Peru. So there's that as well.
Damn, what a flex. Okay.
Yeah, for real.
Politics runs in your family, my guy.
Homie, how did you not end up going over there?
Like I said, it runs in. Like I said, the politics runs in my family. Like I said, my grandfather was one of the bigger ones, for sure. But like I said, my dad told me about this shit too. He wanted to be a lawyer. Like I said, if you guys can look into my lesson, there's a whole thing. I'll get into it. Maybe this podcast. But yeah, no, my Hurtado is like pretty. Not prestigious, but pretty not even well known. Like it's a long lineage, long story short, and they're very involved in politics. Always have been since like the beginning, and that has not kind of changed with me in a sense. Like I don't know, it's weird, but yeah. So I guess that would explain why I'm so. But regardless, I just don't like having opinionated. Like if it's about opinions, then at that point it's like I respect it. That's what opinion. This is how I think it should be. If you're gonna have argument, facts, talk. You know, like I look at smart people. You know, like the Neil deGrasse Tyson people. They're quiet, whatever. And if they talk shit, like how we do, like we'll talk shit, but it's friendly. Like we're being like it's fun. Like but no one's sitting here actually getting mad. Well, it's like that's pointless because if someone's getting mad, someone better be getting the ass beat. That's just my philosophy. You get what I'm saying? Like, you guys seen it? See, on the you see me laugh like, yes, whether it's a fighting in politics, but the second it's kind of throw down, rule one, let's rock. Then you hear the rock music or the music, like, wait, what's going on? And then you hear me rip the shirt off, and I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like, so if you're gonna be full monkey, I'm gonna bring out full monkey. We're not talking anymore. You're just saying triangle, 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 bro. I'm a mesh triangle. That's just me. That's why, like, I can't have debates at all. Like, straight up, I'm incapable of it because I just want to immediately beat your ass now. I can't help it.
So for me, as a person who usually knows that whoever I walk into the room with, I usually can kick their ass, so I'm not really worried whether or not that will end up happening. But I mean, one of the things I did a chuckling about is that you said Neil deGrasse Tyson is quiet until he's not. And it's like, man, I can't even think of a time where I heard him being quiet at all, ever. Because he talks all the time. I feel like he talks in his sleep. He's definitely that type. But regardless, when it comes down to it, ladies and gentlemen, are politics important? Where you're living? Yes, it can be important. You live there, learn about the politics, and actually have conversation. Don't just start yelling at everyone like, oh, you like that person? You're a racist, or you're a homophobe, or you like eating babies. It's like, what the fuck does that even mean? Anyway.
Like I told Mar one time when I was out in Chicago to do some security for the DNC and whatnot. I met a sergeant. He was an old fella, and he was a strong Republican. He was a funny one too. I have to say, he almost made me laugh a couple of times. And I did say something to him that was a little controversial, but he never replied. See, my thing, it was because he was talking about guns and whatnot, and then he's like, because he lives in Indiana, he has like a whole lot of guns or whatnot. He has like collections, and he was like, I dare them to take my guns away, and I'm like, wait, hold on, you dare who? The government? Is that a little bit controversial? Because you're telling me that you are willing to kill a government official?
You were saying that dumb shit the last time.
I mean, think about it though. Think about it though.
The reason why he's willing to kill a government official if they try to confiscate his guns is that's the main reason why the Second Amendment was made. Literally. Just in case of a tyrannical government decides to take over, we're able to defend ourselves. So yes, that's literally the reason why.
Technically, the Second Amendment was for the British people when they were trying to.
No. It existed because of the British, but it applies to everybody.
It literally applies to everybody.
Here's the thing.
Don't you think the law of the stand on your ground would be available across of all of U.S.?
That's a different thing. Like I said, everyone has the right to bear arms, but the way to bear them is different for every state, and that's literally the American law in a nutshell.
Shouldn't it be legal all around? Because
it should be, but like I said, because of the state's independence, it's not. That's the weirdity of America.
That's the reason why they give everyone that has their own state their own independent set of rules. Like, for example, speeding here is different from speeding in Florida. They're two completely different speedings. Speeding here, 20 over 75. Speeding down there is literally crashing someone. Like, I am not even fucking kidding. Like, it is that much of a difference.
And as far as like the gun, here's a good example, right? Like there's some things that just you can't argue, right? Like especially when it comes to the constitutional right. To me, it's like a good example. Like here's the reason why. Like I'll say the reason why I stand hard on the gun thing is because again, take it from people who, like every country that has a shitty gun law or no gun rights wishes we had the gun rights of America. Because nobody from that good example, people from like I don't know if it's Sweden, other countries that do have good gun laws, almost as good as if not better than America's. A lot of them aren't saying, "Oh, we should get rid of." It's only America because this. I want to say this too much, especially to certain dumbasses. If you are trying to fight against gun laws and gun rights, why the fuck are you in this country? That doesn't make sense. Like literally, it's anti-constitutional as fuck. Remember, I'm not American. This is a forward telling you that because I wish Mexico had gun laws like y'all. And Japan. And people always look at Japan. Japan is not the same country as America. We literally don't need guns like y'all. And the funny thing is I want to try to introduce so we can have more gun laws like America. Because the reason we don't is because, well, we lost. See, look at that. I'm always saying we, like I live there or some shit. right? Like that's how you guys know. Like, yeah, we definitely shouldn't let the country that fucked over all of China have guns until they've proven that they're not like that anymore. And guess what? Japan isn't like that anymore, so they should probably get their guns back. They're already getting remilitarized, and they're cool with one of the countries that. Think about it. Look, if Taiwan is okay with Japan, then everything's good in the world. All right, we should probably let Japan have guns. Right? I'm just saying that's all it is. We can do it slowly. But yeah, look, other countries wish they had the gun, and to me, it is asinine. To me, like it's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like. That's objective. There are certain things that are just like, no, you cannot fuck with the gun. Because one, it makes too much sense. Like I said, if you get rid of guns, you're just gonna get rid of them good people. Bad people will always get guns, no matter what. Like there's guns everywhere. Like good example, Mexico. Why do we want gun laws? Because all the fucking cartels get guns. Like it's not stopping them from not getting guns.
Don't you know criminals follow the law? Like what are you talking about? Criminals follow the law all the time.
You know that's objective. To me, that's gun rights. Is not an opinion. It is actual fact, and if you debate it, you're actually just stupid. Like people, this is why I'm not a big fan of democracy. Was it Aristotle or Socrates said why I hate and people all this controversial for like, oh, but we need to vote. Like here's the thing. What he said is, if you have a room of carpenters, right, and you don't, no one argues that all the people that do buildings, this and that, it's like, all right, cool. Now, what if you had everybody just randomly, okay, we get to vote how this building's made, and then everyone's like, guess what? Now you're gonna be against democracy. Like, and I agree. I don't think everyone should be allowed to vote. Hell no. Some people are too fucking stupid to be allowed to vote. And you see, we all know this. Everyone listening to this, we know someone, and you go, wait, that moron's allowed to vote? Like. So yeah, and I'm not saying that I'm totally against that people can't vote, because then
I feel like
tyranny and all that bullshit. Like yeah, you're allowed to, but I won't get too into it.
There's people out there, and I would say especially for women, dude, they would vote for their last vote for them to not be able to vote again. If there was a person out there that was pushing women not to vote, let's just say it's like a random candidate was like, hey, you know what? I think women shouldn't to vote. There'll be women out there that will vote for that.
I'm pulling the MLK. I want to judge by the inside, not the outside. So I don't give a fuck if you're black, white, woman, gay. No. We need to have tests before people can even. That's my basic one. Is like, are you retarded? Like if anyone is straight up against parts of the Constitution, you should not be allowed to vote. So those morons, they wouldn't be allowed to vote. And you know what? You shouldn't, because you're just fucking retarded. Like either you're an idiot or you're so delusional and like, but if we get if you with these laws and the guns just all disappear. Fucking like I don't know why those people who are just that like in a bubble piss me off. Like how do you live like this? You don't know there's people having wars and shit in Africa, and Africa has basically no gun laws, but there's guns everywhere. Like, Africa's the greatest example. And then they go want to point to Japan. It's like
AK-47 is the national anthem song of Africa, if you guys didn't know. AK-47s are literally rampant down there. Like, you go to Sierra Leone, you go down to Ethiopia, you go to Ghana, like, legitimately, like, fucking arms dealers down there are having a fucking ball. Like, they sell that shit like fucking kids back in the day who tried to sell iPhones in high school and shit. Like, that shit is just crazy.
Right, so basically with me, you guys are, again, that's just how I am. I'm very 50-50. It's like, if I'm giving that's why I don't really give hot takes, in a sense, because if it's my opinion, and the thing is I'm at least self-aware. Good example, like, Mortal Kombat vs. DC is ass. You're gonna tell anyone it's not ass. Same with CVS Chaos. That game's jank as shit. But fuck me, those games are fun. You know, I'm like, and it's the same thing, like, again, if you're against I'm gonna be honest, if you're against gun laws in America, you're anti-American as fuck. And let that say, the foreigner is telling you that. So anyone listening who's you should, and here's the best way to put it. And so I convince, and the thing is, you have to show respect. At the end of the day, when I literally made someone pro-gun with a simple conversation. This is what you can do. He's like, you okay with people having guns? Like, oh yeah. It's like, here's my thing. I trust you with my life that you can have a knife or a gun and you won't kill me, right? Like, fair enough, right? Then, like, here's the best way to put it. If I can't trust you with a rocket launcher, why would I trust you with a handgun? And then he sat there and went, you know what? Yeah, you got a point. If you can genuinely trust that person with any type of dangerous weapon, then yeah, they should be entitled to have the same shit to be able to fight back the government. And same thing, and I think there's restrictions. This is, again, what makes sense. I think for sure there should be limitations in cities. Like, you shouldn't have anything that can penetrate the booty water drywall that's in America. And what is it for self-defense? That's why I said, yeah, handguns 100 should be available, and then you regulate depending on the gauge of shotgun, this and that. Obviously, nothing super semi. Not because you're trying to kill. Like, again, if you give someone a gun, you can trust that they're not going to do shit. But here's the best way to put it. Say if some country tries to send you. Homie, that is 1,000 people per square kilometer with a handgun. What army's trying to jump in? You know, and that's one of the reasons why America's like hard to invade, because like guns and shit. So that's why I think for sure, like someone said it best when it comes to America, this is the best way to represent it. Like you have freedom of speech with limitations. You can't go to a baseball game and just yell bomb and expect to have no consequences. You're gonna get tackled or just get straight up banned. And that's why again, that's constantly like, I have freedom. See, it's funny how when it comes to freedom of speech, people like take it too far. But with guns, it's the opposite. We want to take it too little. We're like, oh, we need to have booty water handguns. Oh, but freedom of speech, I can say whatever I want. Like, no, this is for both. Yeah, you have the freedom to bear arms, but if we show you can be responsible, you have to go through the right paper with this and that, and there's a certain limitation of what you can and can't get, and depending where you're at, like I think that's fair. Like that's totally fair. Same with freedom of speech, say whatever we want, but you can't threaten people, you can't make a disturbance, you can't disrupt the peace, you can't say stupid shit, you can't spread propaganda, you know, shit like that.
Yes, that includes you people who go into crowds and yell League of Legends is a proper game. Whoever says that, you should immediately be arrested for terrorism and thrown in Guantanamo Bay and never be seen again.
Like I said, like I don't have hot takes, bro. I take everything. Like I like to think I'm pretty fair for the most part. And to me, like I said, a good example, like in Mexico, which a constitution I fucking love, part of ours is we're not allowed to invade other countries. And part of the philosophy of that is because we know what it's like to be invaded. No one else should have to go through that. And I was like, damn, I vibe with that. And that's why you guys look at a lot of constitutions is look at what took that country to get their independence, and the Constitution reflects that a fuck ton. And like I said, look at that. What's our biggest component is. And yeah, we literally, it's in our Constitution. So anyone who, like, if any Mexicans say, oh, we shouldn't go invade, they're anti-Mexican. Like, it's in our Constitution to not do that. Same with Americans. Like, if you're like, oh, we shouldn't own guns, anti-American. Why do they want it? Because of the fact that we had our own guns, and that's how they got their own independence kind of shit, right? Like, that's a keystone. Same with being able to vote. You can't have representation one time. That's, again, why do you think two of the biggest things people always talk about is the freedom of speech and right to bear arms, and they're like, what, the first two fucking, if I'm not mistaken, the first two constitutions, right? I could be mistaken. Again, because that's what led to the Civil War, and for us, like I said, we didn't like being enslaved. That's one of the constitutions is like, even though we did have slavery, but that's an entirely different story, right? That's same with America. But you get what I'm saying, though, right? And it's crazy that
to kind of go off tangent, but kind of keep it on topic as well, since we are talking about politics and we are again. Let me ask you this: what type of laws would you implement in terms of the gaming industry?
Ooh.
What do you think should what do you think should be a set standard in terms of laws inside of the gaming industry?
Honorable? I wanna have you go off on this one first because I feel like you'll cover half of what I would say. Honorable.
His mic.
He fell asleep.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
I was coughing. I was clearing my
Oh,
throat.
yeah, I feel like no, you would have some good good laws you'd want to implement.
No bitches.
Get your goofy. All right, be serious. Especially with that one law in the EU passing with the stop killing games one.
There has to be a right way of gauging with a rating system of what age you are allowed to play video games, and I feel like that should be a set in stone permanently.
You know, okay, yeah, no, I can see that, like a better ESRB basically.
No, it's just less than having a better ESRB, and more just like having an accurate rating for a game of what you're supposed to expect. Like, let's take the example of Overwatch being teen rated, despite like half the entire community being fucking horny.
LGBTQ. That's all I gotta say.
Like, I don't want children, let alone teens who can have an easier way of accessing the internet to just be like, what is diva porn?
Oh, you know what? Actually, you make a good point. Actually, you know how they say, oh, the online interactions aren't rated by the ESRB? So basically, we want an actual board that would put that into consideration. You know what? Yeah, I think I agree. I think for sure if a game is heavily online, 100%. First of all, like I said before, kids should not be allowed on the internet. And I think something like Overwatch should not be able to be played by kids. It's not even just so much with the content of the game, but because of what you can be exposed to due to the fact that you're going to be playing online.
But that's outside of the game, though. You can't really add porn to the game just because, like, they basically go one hand because the internet.
Your hypothesis of like what gaming laws that we could have for games. This is my suggestion: having a better ERCB that's heavily strict on the rating system.
And
so if porn starts coming up on the internet for said game, then it should immediately be rated M, and no game that game should not be played by kids.
There could be a middle ground for teen and M, called Z.
I mean, believe it or not, Nintendo has a good way
But
where
here's my thing, though. With that type of logic, if, for example, someone decides to make a porn about Donkey Kong, that immediately makes that game end.
no. That's
No,
not where
no,
he's getting at.
This is what Greatest said. The online interaction.
So
Yeah,
he's
that-
saying
Even
like,
with online interaction, because like there's gaming and then there's porn. That's my whole thing. You're mixing porn in with gaming at that
Well,
point.
okay, I use porn as an example because it's an extreme that unfortunately kids can be easily exposed to.
But that's porn on the internet. Of
No,
course, they
and
could be exposed by that.
here's the
But
thing. Here's the thing that's even worse. What about like child pedophiles? Like we all know that's 1000% a problem, and that's actually really relevant to the online interaction thing.
oh no, here's something I'll add to that. If you end up being that type of person who's like interacting with children and trying to coerce them into sucking your pee, yeah, that should be immediately brought out. You should be sent to jail, and yeah, death by lethal injection. I guess no fucks.
I mean, pretty much. And here's the thing. That's why I think that law would apply, right? Like, so online interaction. Here's what I'm getting at, right? The way it would be implemented is clearly you would have to give away, and I think the rating would have to go up. Like, for obviously there'd be online and an offline one, right? Like, here's the offline ESRB and here's the
yes,
online
thank you.
ESRB, right? That's the first thing. Second, that would imply. Here's the best way, because Nintendo's already done the same with Minecraft. With kids, like, they can only play online with friends, and guess what? Kids aren't. They don't know how to do shit. They're gonna, oh, give me your friend code. They're only gonna be other kids, right? So one, you can only have voice chat or dudes to invite with kids, because Minecraft kind of does that shit, right? That's how they kind of help curb that. Like, I think something like Fortnite is definitely a danger to kids, because what? There are people that aren't fucking kids on there for sure. And then guess what? More importantly, I mean, even you could say like, this is why, like, my friend, he's also a father, right? He always says like, oh no, unless if he's playing with his friends, I only make it where voice chat's muted for everyone but him and his friends, because he doesn't want his kid exposed to whatever shit people are saying online, right? Like, that's just hands down. Like, that's the real, because, you know, and you already know most people don't really do that, and that's what, like I said, different ESRB. And again, they would again, like Nintendo, all their ESRB for online would be golden, because they barely support voice chat. Like, a lot of people get mad this and that, but I'm like, no, it makes sense. They have a very heavy kid market, and if I'm being honest, I mean, dude, we use Discord anyways. I'm being honest, like, if I'm being honest, most games don't even really need it. Like, they could just get rid of voice chat altogether. Unless it's, again, if it's like a rated M game already, then more than likely, what the fuck is a kid doing? And then at that point, if they are, then well, then they're probably a pretty, you know, mature kid, and they can handle some people saying some stupid shit and probably know better kind of shit, right? Like, you know, like and that makes sense. Like, if anything, I'd put it that any ENT game should have ENT ratings for online and have no voice chat just straight up, or have it like I said with the Nintendo and the Minecraft shit. And if it's a rated M game, well, you're okay. By that point, you're probably an adult, at least a teen. You know, you're barely a kid, so you're fine. You know. And then yeah, and the bigger problem is like, the thing about some of these laws is especially when it comes to online, the problem is like it's a globe thing, and the fucked up part is it is, man. Some people don't have the same laws when it comes, so it's really hard to implement. That's why like Harada, like he's just trying to even ban people from online. You have to go through a lot of hoops just for that, because apparently some countries think you're super entitled to even if you're fucking over other people and potentially taking their IP address. And no, they pay for this game. They should still be able to play online. You know, and then we already also got some pedophile-ass countries like France that think fucking 12 is an okay age for consent. You know, so yeah, that's a motherfucker. But I agree with actually on like, yeah, I think definitely we need to have like a separate online thing, and more companies would actually try. And the thing is, and we can agree that we're annoyed with that whole censorship shit, right? Like no, that's just stupid. Like, if you're gonna implement it, do it for safety for kids. But
Bro,
here's
how
what they
does
do.
Nintendo does a better censorship than Sony?
And the thing is, here's the thing. Again, actually do it for the intention for kids, but what they do it is like, no, we're doing it for the kids, but in reality they're just fucking us over. Like, remember in Battlefield when they got rid of like the term white for some weird reason, and then they reverted it because people noticed like you couldn't say white for whatever weird reason, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they use kids as an excuse to censorship. You know, there's a fine line between safety and censorship, you know. I mean, that's a pretty good
Here's a
law.
fun one. Here's a fun one since we're talking about censorship. If any game has any type of gambling, that should immediately make the game mature. On top of that,
I agree.
if that game has an online component as well, it should be heavily monitored if that person is using that profile, and if it turns out that that person is a child, anyone who's under the legal age of gambling, the actual consenting parents of that child should spend a month in prison.
Yes, you get what I'm saying? Like, we all agree. This is what it is. Like, it's actually for the kids, right? Like, that's the main thing why the online is. and again, I want to just be like, oh, whatever. Obviously, we still get to have our shit, but the main thing is to protect it. And even then, I would say like we need to regulate it because, dude, clearly gambling's a problem. Like they should be able to check like here's a minimum of what someone should be able to spend because like like I said, I think gambling's an mega problem for sure. And it needs to, like I said, I'm so glad that EA got into that shit.
$1 million, but you cannot spend it on alcohol or gambling.
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I think to me, speaking on it, I think there should be an online law that there should be a limit of how much money a game can siphon from someone. Like whaling should be impossible. Like that's where I'm at. Like you know, like no one should be able. I don't. It's just stupid.
No. That's the joke. That's the joke.
I know. I mean, whatever. I don't even know what half this bullshit. Like to me, I think that's just mad wrong. Like no one should spend more. To me, more than the base game and maybe something. Basically, you shouldn't spend more than $120 on top of what you already paid. Like that's just, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't vibe. Like, nah.
Yeah, at that point, it's not even gaming. You're literally just gambling your money.
Exactly, and at the end, and you can even reason too that it's a waste. Like someone said, unironically defending CS:GO skins. I'm like, homie, someone could spend 5 minutes making it themselves or modding. You saying like we could get mods free? There's too many ways to get this, and it's not a real product. You know what I'm saying? Like the biggest problem to me is why I don't like it is like there's a physical product. You bought it, right? There is what it's in there, and what you do is interactions online, whatever. You shouldn't have to put like I think it should be illegal to have to siphon more money into something when you technically were already promised a product. And if they have released something and it isn't something that part of the terms, like you shouldn't be charged for it. That's just stupid. Especially something. Like I said, I think charging for a cosmetic, and I still stand by it, it's one of the stupidest things ever. If you wanted to put in the work for it, why just give it to people for free? It just doesn't really make sense. I agree with the dude. Like I said, that dude has some stupid takes, especially to stop killing. But I agree with him on that one. Like if you already did something, just put it on. Like the work's already done. It gives you more money for people to buy the game. Like why charge more? Like the only exception is like actual content. That makes sense. And on top, and to me, like if someone could already do it for free and for themselves, why? Same thing. Why I think colors are stupid. Like what's stopping me from going in a color editor in SNK versus Capcom and making my own DLC skins? That's why they don't do that. That's why fucking Melty Blood does. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're purposely cutting shit just to fuck you. Like it's like if you got your oil change and they purposely like cut it so then oil can leak so you keep coming back. That'd be illegal. Cause like I don't know. Like I said, if you can apply the logic to actual material goods, and the funny thing is they'll hate it because like, oh, it doesn't apply. It's software. Yeah, but you know what? For the most part, for as much as the shit is software, the same rules really seem to apply because you guys seem to treat music the same way you do as physical products, and they seem to get away with it pretty fine. There's the reason the music industry has a lot of money, even though they haven't done it as good lately. But my point stands. Like we really do need to treat these a lot more like physical products, and that's how. They'll do better because Congress is a stand. They're just too old. At the end of the day, there's a reason they're really behind. These people don't understand how the internet works at fucking all. Dude, people our age barely understand how it actually genuinely works, bro. You talk to the average gamer, quote, all they play is Fortnite, COD, or some 2K. Bro, they don't even know shit about resolution, FPS. These fuckers would barely be able to pass a handful of laws that didn't immediately affect them. Right? They'd be more willing than these losers who don't want to try anything until there's money or a lot of signing involved. But these people, okay, they'll get involved because it involves the Xbox. Maybe you can convince them. But that's the thing. We still got to put in effort. We still got to put in work. Like that's the real issue here when it comes to a lot of this online shit. And like I said, outside of the global terms and this and that's why like it's the point even with my game. I thought that it's like, dude, you have to. This is tough, and I know it's probably for some developers. It's something that I consider, right? Is that, dude, you basically have to do a lot of the moral and online standing yourself, right? And I can see why fighting games don't include voice chat anymore because of that shit, right? You clearly can't play fighting games.
Dude, fighting games need to have.
You know what?
It's too funny, man.
It is funny. But
I honestly agree with that too. But you brought something up that like it just fucking clicked in my brain when we started bringing up devs. Another thing, to avoid situations like Days Gone. What was that game? No. Besides Conquer and other shit like that, what was that one really shitty game that they're trying to make it seem like it was going to be like a big Survivor MMO and it was going to be like the biggest hit? Yeah, that's stupid bullshit. Shit like that. You should be reprimanded for that as a developer, as a company. And hey, I'm looking at either you get fined an X amount of money. Or you get thrown in jail. Like, it's just shit like that is 100% a cash grab, and honestly, it's fucking good.
You know what's funny? Actually,
nah.
a lot of the stuff has happened. That's called false advertising. You actually can get. The thing is, again, like I said, the problem is that a lot of these governments and stuff are really late behind this. That people have to do it themselves. Actually, I'm getting some money from Fortnite, I believe, because they technically did some shit like that. But there was one company, I forgot. No, Cyberpunk was getting into trouble because of quote files, but they were able to bounce back because they were actually put into the product. And I was like, that's why I thought Cyberpunk was. I'm like, dude, they're still putting effort. Give a minute. But like you said, it was. I forgot it was a big one, and they did get in trouble, and they had to give payout because it was 100% false advertising. I forgot what game it was, but a lot of people were up in arms. But yeah, at the end of the day, that was
I'm thinking besides being charged for false advertising, for false advertising, I honestly think that there should be more of a recommendation
for sure.
other than just like you got to pay the fine. Because the fact of the matter is, a lot of people actually come out and try to do the get money quick scheme when it comes to gaming, and it fucks over a lot of people. Like some shit like that, man, it's fucking crazy.
So basically, I guess what we really need is one, more enforcement and awareness. That's the first and most important thing. The fact that we have to get people enough to care for even government to even notice. And yeah, just because at the end of the day, let's say, I mean, this again, EA and Ubisoft have been slapped with a couple things a couple times, believe it or not. And guess what? They're still going. Like I said, no, yeah, it was the loot boxes and the Star Wars thing. Yeah, they're the ones that were in court for that shit. But at the end of the day, it's like, okay, we pay a fine. See, I think this is the biggest problem. I think in general is that these fines aren't enough. Like, they get so much money from people that $1,000 fine might as well be a fucking dollar to them. Like, we need actual jail time. They need jail time. Like, actual fucking jail time. That's the only way they'll fear doing this stupid shit, bro.
But yeah, shout outs to the people who made the day before. That was the game we were talking about just now.
Oh, there we go. Thank you. Yeah. Also, you know, I mean, it's whatever. I mean, I don't know what else you guys want to talk about. The only thing I can think of, like I said, besides Concord absolutely fucking bawling, and that shit was hilarious. I saw it coming from a mile away. I mean, that game failed like how Overwatch should have failed day one, but it's okay.
Oh, no. As a matter of fact, let's jump into that shit right now, because fact of the matter is, you guys literally wanted to make a different version of Overwatch. While Overwatch is already in the state of failing, you guys legitimately thought that you were going to make some sort of money off of this? Like, but this game's being made for 8 years. That right there is a huge red flag, because you're literally sitting there and saying that we have our heads so far off our ass that we're not even paying attention to the fucking zeitgeist of what's going on in gaming currently. Those entire 8 years, you heard nothing about fucking Overwatch failing during its time? Nothing at all. All you saw was, oh, look, they have loot boxes. Oh, look, they have all this cool shit. What are we going to do? We're going to make all our characters fucking ugly. We don't need any hot chicks. We're going to do it differently. Because they got hot chicks in their game.
The only thing anybody likes about that game, including me, we've all said it before, bro. Fuck the game, but the hentai, top tier. Absolutely top tier.
Hey, man, Rule 34, as usual, Rule 34 trumps all when it comes to fucking content. Because obviously everyone should know what Rule 34 is. If it exists, there's a plan for it. And when it comes to Overwatch, people do a really good job. Like, they're truly dedicated in their craft. And it's fucking scary, because it's like, man, imagine if these guys were dedicated enough to actually become politicians.
Right? Exactly what I be
these
thinking.
Pixar animation stats in here.
Dude, not even. No, I'm sorry, bro. Like, I'm a cat, bro. Fucking, why is the Overwatch hentai so good? Like, actually, like, god damn.
Dude, someone said that this is Pixar's passing time.
You know what?
The jiggle's so good! The jiggle's so good! It's not even over-exaggerated, it's just good! Now, come on, bro. Look, if you ever dude who doesn't watch hentai being like, you know what, I'll watch it just for this shit. Like, you know you did good, dog. So to be fair, I don't know if it's hentai because it's 3D, but I don't give a fuck about the nuances. Like I said, I'm not a hentai critic. I give 2 fucks less.
Man, but kind of going back on the subject of fucking Concord, because let's be honest, there's not going to be any real good porn for that. No one's going to give a fuck to make something involving Rule 34 Concord. Why? Because Concord is a very boring, bland fucking game. It's just literally the same exact fucking game that's been coming out since, 2016 is when Overwatch came out? Since that time, we've had the same shit over and over again in terms of the way how those particular shooters work. And you know what? It's fucking played out. If you spent 8 years making garbage, it is your fault that this garbage has released, just because you yourself, as an entire company, decided that, yeah, we're going to keep throwing all of our money in 8 years to this one game because it should work.
You know what it is? I think you're absolutely right. I think that's one of the reasons is how just blind. It goes back to the devs, and like you said, they're just blind and oblivious, and not apparently not. And again, they're out of touch. You know, that's the best way to put it, out of touch. Like Sony for 8 years, not at one point did they go, we should probably cancel this. And another thing they even said, like, oh, they didn't actually test this. Like the beta test was the first time. And it also goes to show you how these companies are too committed to their stupid ass fucking ideas. Like at no point did they stop and go, maybe we shouldn't do that. Like look at the Acolyte, right? I like this two stupid woke failures back to back. Beautiful, love to see it. But and to me, the real red flag is again proving my point again as an indie dev. You guys suck. It took you 8 years to make that garbage. Like I'm sorry, dude. Like I can. I love that I've become an indie dev. Like you guys all suck. Like you suck dick.
Okay, I thought you were gonna talk about the failed Sony game Forspoken.
That too. That game also sucked dick.
You know what? Here, let me
Wait, hold on. I was gonna bring up how like, we kind of went in like a half circle where we started gaming with a crazy amount of innovation, and now it's turned to what you said, complete blindness and I guess like what's like the other word for commitment? Like stupid commitment.
Yeah, no. I mean, shit. You're
blind
right.
faith. That's it. Blind faith.
Thank you.
That somehow this will turn into a miracle.
Yup.
And you know what? To even add to this bullshit better, look at the type of conversations that they have before everything comes out. Yeah. And a lot of the times, it usually falls down into this. Oh, we're going to do something truly innovative, and we're going to add, and it's going to be an entirely new experience that no one else has had. Oh, but it looks exactly the same. And, like, what if people don't like? Well, if you don't like the way how it looks, if you don't like the way how it plays, then don't play it. This is the same type of rhetoric, and not only in just games, but also in the shows and movies. Because he even brought up the Acolyte just not too long ago, and they were literally telling people, if you don't like it, don't watch it. People didn't watch it,
and they got mad.
It failed, and then what's even better is after they canceled it, the so-called fans came out of nowhere and started saying, oh my god, Disney's listening to the people who are a bunch of racists and homos, and they just don't like to see a woman of color in the leading role. Forgetting the fact that we literally had a show called Ahsoka, where the leading role is played by Rosario Dawson. We don't like people of color? Pedro Pascal is not white people. He plays the fucking Mandalorian. What are we talking about here? The most iconic character in all of Star Wars is voiced by arguably the voice of God, James Earl Jones.
Man,
what are we talking about here?
Dude, to me, what's so weird is like Star Wars is me personally. I never seen it as like a white people thing. Like I never did. I was talking about this earlier when I was playing Jedi Fallen Order. Is why it does such a good job because
the beginning has always been a colorful cast. Are you kidding me?
Right? And the thing is, that's majority white because
it's always been a colorful cast.
Let's say obviously the majority of the people are in there are the white and iconic stormtroopers. Right? So, like that's because of just limitations. But if you've seen every chance they get, again, you see people as people, and again, people who are on Tatooine are not the same people. Like even if they're the quote same skin color, like they're not the same ethnicity. That's the thing. Like you don't want race is actually race in there. There are different races of aliens. Like to me, if you look at Star Wars and you don't see real race, like you see quote race, but you only see colors, you're an idiot and you missed like half of the point of Star Wars, bro. Like actually missed that. Like it's so weird to me. Like I never, and to me, when it comes to humans and shit, that's why I love Devil May Cry. Like I didn't know Dante was British because that didn't occur to me. I saw him as a half demon, half human. Never once did I think, oh, he's British.
Oh, it's Tuesday, ain't it?
No, I didn't think it was like logic in Dante in DMC2. I literally, like, if you actually look, I didn't notice her skin color at all because I was too focused. I'm like, is she human or no? Literally, like, so to me, if you're focused on skin color, you're 100% missing the point of anything that is involved with something like humans and other shit not humans. Because that's what it is. You can be every color, but at the end of the day, you start to realize, oh, we're literally all the same thing. Not because you get the blackest person on Earth, the whitest person on Earth, and then you get the next to an alien. You're gonna be like, oh, that's the same thing. That is not. Because clearly that's the same shape. That shit, like, homie, why does that thing got tentacles? Like, you just can't. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's weird. It's weird that you're gonna sit here and focus on the black person. And when there's clearly a tentacle monster right the fuck there. Like, how? How? Like, if you look at a silhouette, you'd be like, oh, human, tentacle monster, fucking giant-ass behemoth? What the fuck is that?
White people, including this monster.
You know, like, that's what's so weird to me. Like, I literally never saw race in Star Wars, like, ever. Again, especially when half the people, like I said, Charles Earl Jones is voicing Darth Vader, which he did an amazing job. And the thing is, it's like, oh, he's white. He's not white. He's from Tatooine. Like, that's not white. They're actually kind of brownish, if anything. And also, like,
that's 100% because they're fucking double-sided demon the fucking shit out of their skin.
So then you didn't see who was that one dude? The stormtrooper.
Which you talking about?
John
Isn't the storm? Yeah, isn't the OG stormtrooper Mexican? So that just means it's a bunch of Mexicans.
Of course, it's the brown people.
No. As a matter of fact, bringing up the whole stormtrooper thing, let's bring this up to the old school perspective of Star Wars. The original trilogy depicted the Empire as space Nazis.
Yeah, literally.
Like, literally, like the enemy, if you really want to get like that fucking stupid woke focus, is literally just fucking German Nazi.
I mean, they're called stormtroopers.
Hey,
they're literally called stormtroopers.
It's kind of funny because I sort of had that in my mind when I first saw it.
And again, it wasn't so much the ideal of race; it was on the ideals of what made Nazis bad.
The way how they
the ideals of fascism, the ideals of like a dictatorship, like trying to take their essentially iron hammer and knock it down on the people that they're oppressing, and obviously all the different races, all the different types of people. The rebellion, they all gather together, join forces, and fight the fucking Nazis. What the fuck are we talking about in here? Oh, it's a whole white cast. No, it's not. Shut the fuck up. No, it's not.
And again, you know what makes it better?
You don't understand Star Wars.
No, and again, if they know the lore for Star Wars 2 more, which was evident even in the prequels, is that the stormtroopers are all from different parts of the planet. They can skew anybody and everybody. And again, if you look into the comics, it shows how bogus they were towards other aliens. Like humans, overall, like if you were black, white, Mexican, they didn't care. Like, oh, you're human, you're a superior species than everybody else. And again, why were stormtroopers always humans?
Because I mean, they did derive from Jango Fett, who is a person who what is it? He's Polynesian. I'm trying to remember what specifically is the actor for Jango Fett. I think it's
sorry. I don't. Sorry, I don't see.
He's a brown skin that got cloned a million fucking times in order to make an army. And you guys are still sitting there and bitching and complaining about, oh my god, this cast is so white. Like, come on, people. Like, what are we really arguing? And then on top of that, all of the recent Star Wars, the Disney Star Wars, because I still watch everything. So as much as I hate it, I watch all of the acolytes so I can understand why I hate it, and it's because it does not follow the rules of fucking Star Wars.
Oh, dude,
I noticed that. A lot of the people who bitch and complain about, oh, you guys just told everyone to not watch it. Fun fact, a lot of the people who are YouTubers and shit and make videos about this, they all watch it.
Yeah, they do.
Where the fuck were you guys? Oh, it was a woman of color and she was gay. Like, come on, people. Like, you're not even watching the show and yet you're trying to defend it. Why? Because, oh, it's different. No, it's not. Oh, they try to sell it as a mystery. Guess the fuck what? Attack of the Clones was a fucking mystery. The first half of the entire fucking movie is, hey, we gotta order clones, and it was ordered by a Jedi Master that died 10 years ago. How the fuck is this happening? Even Yoda's like, hey, yo, my person, you gotta go to this unknown planet that's not even in our system.
Mystery to be solved, yes. Hit the heart, yes.
Mystery must be solved now.
Yo, shout out to Qui-Gon Jinn, man. That dude was that dude was ahead of his time. Dude. That was a true Jedi right there.
Honestly, he was, because he's like, you know what, fuck your order, I'm gonna train this guy because I know he's the chosen one. They're like, ah, and then he dies, and it's like, well, I guess if he wants his dying wish,
I mean,
we don't want you to go away.
I was gonna say that he did have a dying wish.
I mean, like I said, dude, these people don't understand what makes Star Wars. And the funny thing is, Star Wars I mean, dude, literally Street Fighter is just karate Star Wars. They both have a surface level plot that everyone can understand. Oh, Nazis bad. Street Fighter is just a giant 80s movie, but underneath, that's literally Star Wars and Street Fighter. Like you go in, oh my god, Street Fighter, oh look at this cool 80s movie. Then the deep lore, oh Satsuyu no Hado. Same with Star Wars. Oh man, let's stop the Nazis, and then the lore, the Force, the dark side, the light side, the gray Jedi. Like wait, what? Like that's literally both. Like that's why I feel like most Star Wars fans they only understand the surface level. They don't actually get the deeper shit, like the deeper shit. And the funny thing is, remember, like I said, it's my religion. I'm a Buddhist, so of course I love Street. Like, dude, Street Fighter. I wouldn't be a Buddhist if it wasn't for Street Fighter and Star Wars, bro. Like, that's how much they influence me.
What the fuck
Yeah.
is there Buddhism?
Like, I always found the
Oh,
whole thing with the force of healing. Like, Yoda was speaking facts. Like, it's in the
I
trees,
forgot.
the rocks, and like,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
dude, I
basically
can't believe
Buddhism.
I can't believe a freaking movie made you choose with.
I mean,
Hey, of course it's in the tree. That's why I smoked
Made
them.
my religion.
He
Hey,
made.
look, that's how you know you
he
did a
made
good job.
Star Wars your religion.
Like, I
Yeah.
really-
You know what, Jedi? No. There's actually people that follow it as a true religion. They do
I mean,
follow the force as a true religion.
That
It's
is
just religion.
crazy.
Buddhism.
Yes,
Oh,
that's-
Literally,
yeah.
it's
You know what-
Buddhism
you know
with
what
like
made me into
with
the my
Felix.
religion?
like literally, the force is just Buddhism, bro. No, he's
not according to you, Star Wars. The force is female.
Oh, see, that shit, that stupid shit. When I heard that, I'm like, they don't get Star Wars. They don't get it at all.
Oh my
Like saying some
goodness!
stupid shit like that. Because it's a love. That's the thing what I'm saying, right? Like the thing about Street Fighter and Star Wars, like the face double story. Everyone kind of said, "Oh, you know, I gotta mention my buddy Nash. Oh, you know, that's evil." But like when saying
Goodness
applying something like
gracious.
male and female to the Force is like, dude, the Force is something far beyond human
Oh my
comprehension.
goodness.
Applying terms like male and female is like, it's just. Retarded's too weak of a word for that. It's like, dude, you not only don't get it, like it's like, dude, no. You know what I'm saying? Like we have people who are here. Oh, I could read my ABCs trying to read the Da Vinci Code. It's that kind of shit. It's like, dude, this is way deeper than you'll probably ever understand. And you're saying the Force is female. It's not even because of the fact that well, it's not because it's technically gender neutral, for being honest. But it's like, dude, it's deeper than something than just fucking sex. Again, look at all these people who are Force sensitives. It didn't matter if they were male, female, this alien, this or that. I mean, Yoda species are one of the strongest for some fucking reason. It has something more to do with their planet than the fact of their race. You know, shit like that. Like I said, it's in everything. The Force is all around.
Oh my
this shit.
god, greatest gamer. You understand Star Wars. Do you want to actually write a Star Wars show and show those motherfuckers how to actually do Star Wars?
You know what's funny? I
Like I
literally was
said-
saying the other day that I wanted to make like a fan film for some Capcom shit because there's some really good cosplayers. Like, dude, there are already people that do. Like, I even said, dude, I literally said this the other day. I forgot what it was to who. I was like, dude, if I were to, I could, like I said, to anything, he's like, dude, no, I can I can already make a better film. Like, here's the thing. Here's what I would do. Okay, here's my idea for a film or show. Okay, The Force Unleashed. All right, let's go. All right, let's go home, you guys. There you go, done. That's it. That's what I would do. I would just, and guess what? How would you do it? What would you change? Not a goddamn fucking thing. I'm
Oh,
leaving it
fucking no.
alone. I'm just gonna okay. You remember the scene from the comic or the scene from the game? Let's just do that, but like in 4K and crazy as fuck. You know, let's Michael Bay the shit out of it, and it makes sense because it's the Force Unleashed.
Listen,
Hey,
like
but-
I said before, greatest gamer has evolved to greatest philosopher 00.
Damn straight. You were saying, Mark? But yeah, no, dude. Like I said, dude, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I would totally do some dang shit.
Dude,
Well, I was gonna end up saying, you know, with the type of logic that a lot of these fake fans like fucking throwing out and bringing up, I mean, in their mind, like everything that's not the acolyte is basically just, you know, oh, it's just white men and stupid bullshit like that. So after you get them playing Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor, how did you like that all-white cast that everyone keeps talking about?
Oh my, dude, what? Like that's so wild. Like if anything, I was noticing how many like different. Like I literally didn't notice until I was like, hey man, there's a lot of non-white people here, not including the aliens. And I never noticed because it's just people. I'm too focused on the Force. I don't give a shit. Same with the aliens. Like, guess what? I treat the
You
aliens.
don't have moments where people are like being discriminated because, oh, well, you're a black man in space, so you're being discriminated against. Like that doesn't happen. But
Dude,
they
if
make it
anything,
seem
like the
it does.
opposite. The black guy's the one that's privileged because he's human. Let's cap.
Like, how dare you humans be privileged? I didn't know Mace Windu was oppressed in the Jedi Order.
Oh, that's oh my dude, yeah, dude. What you're telling me? One of the strongest Jedi of all time oppressed? Fuck off. Yeah. By the way, dude, it actually Mace Windu's a monster. Like, if anything, he was really close to getting on the dark side because of how good he was with the Force. Like, one of his strengths was being able to deflect the dark side of the Force. That's why he actually was winning the fight against what's his face? Fun fact on the lore.
Yes, and as a matter of fact, that is also the way how they explain why his lightsaber is purple.
Yep.
Because he does teeter on whether or not if he's like fully light side or dark side. But because he does have an innate power of dark side within him, his lightsaber turns purple instead of what everyone thought it was going to be, which is blue.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
literally
dude.
some of the strongest Jedi for sure, and that is definitely obviously Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Yoda, and Mace Windu. Those four are fuckers. And again, you see in a lot of the shows and everything, like they just dominate. You see all the other Jedi. Okay, they show up like, nah, bro. You hear the Doom music, they're ready to clap cheeks. They're just we're going through shit. Like straight up, bro. Those fuckers, and especially like obviously early Obi-Wan got a bit like Obi-Wan is the king of defense. We all know that. Like General Grievous fight proved that. Like my man, like it's funny. You look at the fight. I remember someone broke that choreography, and you could see Obi-Wan was dominating it. Because I remember when I first watched it as a kid, I'm like, how is he gonna beat? And then we're like, what? Like, but if you actually look, like, dude, he was like, I got this. And I like that the clone show explained that, like, dude, he's fought this dude so much, and with his defense getting so on point because he used what I think form 1 or 2, which is super defensive. Yeah, there's a Lord.
2, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. He was just. There was nothing that fucking robot can do that man wasn't ready for. Another again, it's funny because Obi-Wan is a defensive style, so is Mace Windu. They're both defensive. But the thing about Obi-Wan is like it's about countering. Like he's the most true Jedi form about trying to cut off limbs and this that. Whereas Mace is like, oh bro, it's defense, but like it's like let me turn my defense into offense kind of shit. Like no, he's not here to take your limbs. Like he's here to fuck you up. Like he will like you push, I will like if you shove, I push. That's his mentality. Like that's like. And then, of course, Yoda's obviously offense. He's just pure using the Force to compensate for his size and shit, right? Then, whereas Anakin or Darth Vader, he's the best lightsaber duelist of the four, right? And of course, he has the strength of Yoda when it comes to the Force, but he's one of the best duelists out of all the four, right? Because he uses a very like traditional samurai stance. Because again, obviously, George Lucas was inspired by it. That's why again, and it was a good polar opposite to Obi-Wan's super defensive form, right? Mm-hmm. Again, super interesting. And again, but they wouldn't know. They're just like, oh, let's just make the lightsabers go woo wee woo. They don't pay attention to see. I guarantee you, dude. I guarantee you, there's not a single. They don't use any of those stances that George Lucas laid out. You know, the forms or nothing. They're just like, nah. They just have them swing around and shit.
And you know what? Here's the crazy part. Now that you bring that up, I'm actually gonna bring up something that happens in the Acolyte that it perfectly depicts the type of Star Wars that they were doing versus the type of Star Wars that George Lucas did. Now, in Acolyte episode was 4? No, it was episode 5. In Acolyte episode 5, they finally had like the mysterious Sith Lord come out of nowhere and actually fight a shit ton of Jedi at once. Now, if you watch it, there's one interesting tidbit that they did use, which was the helmet and the material that was made, because it actually, if you read like the extended universe, you know that there's certain materials out there in the Star Wars universe that can literally turn off lightsabers. However, in this fight, in the choreography, because they try to tout it as, oh, it's going to be better than Duel of the Fates, which, let's be honest, nothing is ever going to be better than Duel of the fucking Fates.
No, they slap too hard with that.
Fucking, you can tell that there's certain points in time where it's like, if this was in episode 1, Darth Maul would have died. Because there's many moments, and again, this is one Sith Lord versus, let's say, how many did they have? About 10, 11 Jedi? Most of them being knights and then one of them being a master? Like, bro, are you fucking serious? And it turns out later on we find out that the Sith Lord that was fighting, he used to be a Jedi Padawan to the Jedi Master who's trying to hide all the shit that ends up happening. But either way, going back to the choreography, the way how they were fighting, you can tell that they tried to make it look cool, but none of it really made sense.
Yep.
Like, when you're in a sword fight, like you and your friend, go outside right now, go pick some branches that look like fucking swords and fight each other. And logically think to yourself, how often are you going to be doing certain things where you're right next to your opponent and you can take them out, but you don't? And that happened numerous times throughout that entire choreography, which for me, because I'm so used to watching the prequel trilogy and even watching the original trilogy, the way how, you know, it was very calm and stoic, the way how they would fight, just because, hey man, we're fucking using laser swords. Like, you can't just be, which was proven when Luke tried to first go against Darth Vader and he lost the fight. Vader the entire time was fucking playing with him. This is like, ha, kid, you don't know how to use a lightsaber? This is how you do this shit.
Or don't forget when again, going back to him as Anakin, when he tried doing dual lightsaber as his first time against fucking Dooku, and then immediately got the second. He's like, all right, never doing that again.
I mean, for a while, he probably thought he was never going to do anything with that hand, but hey, that's a different conversation for them. Anyway,
I feel like
No
here's the
cap.
thing, I feel like that kind of choreography. The bigger problem is that it's not limited to Star Wars, but like a lot of Hollywood shit is like that, where people like just stand around and do stupid shit. Like and I think I see this in good. Like this is why I don't like most anime, because their choreography is garbage. Like there's stuff like you could have easily done this, but no, there's no logic. It's like let's just see do what looks cool. Oh, like I mean, it's weird because okay, Fate Stay has oddly really good choreography animation, but not that it makes sense, right? Like, oh, Excalibur's garbage. So you're telling me you have this super linear thing that only goes in one direction. Homie, someone can just Tekken sidestep that shit. Who's sitting here getting hit by that? Like, if you wanted to use Excalibur, go from right to left. They have to jump the shit out of it. And
You know people that know how to check and sidestep in real life.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is why I'm so picky when it comes to like Loki, dude. This is one anime called Infinite Stratos. Love it. God tier hair anime. But man, I skip the fight scenes every time because they are the peak. Like they're so predictable. They have the fight choreography of Star Wars movies, but the predictability of a kid show. So you don't even have like the flashiness or cool. Like it's like, dude, this is shitty CG. What is this stupid? Oh, we're gonna do this tech. Like, dude, literally, when a new person comes in, you know, oh, they're gonna dominate because it's the new person. Like, it's so predictable that it pisses me off. And mind you, I fucking love this show, not just because the bitches are fine, but like, no, their fights are absolutely garbage, bro. Like, goddamn. Like, yeah, no, seriously, anime. You only get a pass because at least your shows are good outside of your booty water fight scenes. You get a pass because of that. The rest of you
know what?
don't.
You know what's a classic anime I always like going back to when it comes to forms of choreography?
Mm.
And this
Cowboy
shouldn't
Bebop?
even surprise you. This
Cowboy
answer
Bebop.
should have. Wait, what about it?
Cowboy Bebop?
Close. You're almost there.
Dragon Ball? Dragon Ball has pretty
Yes. Yes, the OG Dragon Ball.
Like, it actually, yeah,
OG
no,
Dragon
OG,
Ball series, when you're watching tournaments and that, like, OG Dragon Ball is like, dead ass, it's all about the hands. And the way how they depict different techniques for each character as well was so, like, literally, there was a time where Tien was bodying Goku. Think about that, people.
no, it's
If
funny.
you ever watched Dragon Ball, I guess you say go back.
Yeah, no, it's funny because this is true. Like, I was actually watching a dude, like, he was a professional boxer. He was breaking down the Frieza versus Piccolo and Goku fight. And yeah, you actually saw things like swaying, fainting, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Like, I didn't even realize. I was like, wait, Dragon Ball has good fight choreography? Like, I didn't even notice that shit. I was like, oh, what the fuck? I was like, what happened? Because I see the new Dragon Ball, it just seems like generic anime bullshit. I was like, well, that's what it basically turned into.
Yeah,
but yeah, early
just
Dragon Ball
it
had
was
really
just
good
fucking
fight
struggle.
choreography. I mean, no, beam struggles are cool. Don't get me wrong. But the problem is like modern just, yeah, let me yell, do a stupid punch, and then just let me throw my hands all over the place, and then, oh, how am I, like, what? No, at least the other one, when they weren't doing that, there was thought processes to it. Knees, elbows, you know, not just, oh, let's, like I said, modern, I'm gonna be honest, like, Dragon Ball is one of the most overrated shit of all time. I'm gonna be cap. Like, I think it was great, and it did a lot of good things for the scene. And it's like, Dragon Ball is the Street Fighter 4 of anime. Yes, it did a lot of good for the scene. I'm not saying it's bad, but it is mad overrated, hands down. But it has a lot of good qualities. Like, I'm not saying it's bad. I just think it's madly overrated. Especially, like I said, older Dragon Ball was clearly better. And with Street Fighter 4, Ultra Street Fighter 4 isn't as bad as people say it is. So it's like the opposite of Dragon Ball, if that makes sense. Where early Street Fighter 4 was pretty bad, but late Street Fighter 4?
Dude, speaking of Street Fighter 4, I saw a clip from like the early stages of vanilla SF4 tournaments. Dude, this Sagat had a full rage meter and an Akuma. Granted, you know, Akuma low health. He took that motherfucker from 80% to 5%.
Yep.
My god, no wonder I fucking lost so many times. That
I mean,
shit is
dude,
busted.
Vanilla Sagat was mad busted. Don't get, dude. Vanilla Ryu damage, bro. Brain dead. Actually, fucking brain dead. But anyways, that's what that is. But carry on, Mar. Sorry to mini tangent for Street Fighter 4.
No, I mean, like, just going into the whole idea of, like, the way how the choreography works and, like, the current Star Wars, the way how it used to work, like, it's two completely different principles, two completely different ideas. One's trying to be flashy with no actual substance, and the other one was flashy with lots of substance to it.
Yeah.
Because you were literally watching the prequel trilogy, you were watching Jedi and Sith at the very fucking peak, going off in incredible speeds. But incredible technique at the same time. Like it's still a beautiful thing to go watch. This is why people still bring up Duel of the Fates.
Yeah,
Duel of the Fates is quite literally peak fucking Star Wars fighting. Now,
there's
in my
a video that broke it
opinion,
down.
It is.
There's a video that broke it down. Sorry to the cock like that. It was similar to the boxing one. Like, oh, this is smart, like this and that. Like, actual, like, there was strategy. Like, you could tell as if they weren't just characters. Like, these are people and they're genuinely tactically thinking how to take this person out. You know? Like, they're, like, big carry on, sorry.
Oh no, but you're exactly right. Like to be able to actually like sit there and be like, man, these guys are actually countering each other, and like blow for blow. Like you see them doing it so fast, but then when you start slowing shit down and like watching it in real time, you realize, holy fuck, man, these guys are fucking like they're incredible. These motherfuckers know how to fight.
By the way, shout out to John Wick for also reinventing and reinvigorating gun choreography because everybody else.
I'm not gonna lie, I was literally just about to bring up fucking John Wick because fact of the matter is, John Wick is another perfect example of great choreography done well with great substance to it. Because
realism, dude, it's on point as fuck.
Yes, and these people, like including Keanu Reeves, they actually went out and practiced and trained for this shit, so it can look good in the movies for you guys.
Yep.
That is fucking insanity. Like from the sambo wrestling to the fucking hand-to-hand combat going close to each other. Fucking
the way they handle the handguns, super realistic inside, the handle, the safety, the lock, the way. Like literally, I saw a police officer break down. I was like, dude, actually, he's like, no, this is all textbook. Like this is clean as fuck. Oh, the way he took cover behind the wheel, not just behind, because like, oh, there's more like stuff to stop, like actual things, like open the door and the way, like like actual like things, like basically it's like when you go from playing COD to Battlefield to Arma to like rip off SWAT that me and fucking Vile like to play, like you notice like there's like like it's like adding like a fucking a wobble on a fucking like shooter. You're like, oh my god, so much more realistic, right? Like it makes a world of difference, and it gets you far more immersed, in my opinion. There's some people that I've seen a random thread. Specifically for games, I'm pretty sure it exists for movies where people are like, I'm so sick of people trying to push realism. No. We're tired of realistic graphics. But when it comes to realism, hell no, I'm always more for it. I bust nuts when I see rain that's like realistic as fuck. Like I love realism in games. I'm sorry. Like there's a fine limit, don't get me wrong. But like little details like that, like the way a character holds their gun or the way they push it, like I'm a sucker for that kind of shit, man. I love attention to detail. Or again, Call of Duty's a bet, or like something I guess mini spoiler is a feature I'm gonna add for one of my games when I do the World War segment. You have to actually take off the safety before you can fire weapons.
Wasn't there like a lot of a lot of heat for this game called Ready or Not that had realism and realistic graphics for being quote unquote too realistic, and also using trauma or specifically a level using trauma as not as a selling point, but like in development, which was like basically like you're taking place in a school shooting that was like already in progress.
Yes. Vile, you want to take this one? This is all you play Ready or Not, as do I, but you play it more.
Vile's been quiet the whole time.
Oh man, Vile got put to sleep.
Damn it! And this one was perfect for him.
He was playing Ready or Not. Wasn't he playing crickets, or was that Mar?
No, that was definitely Mar.
No. I'm actually walking home right now, and all you hear is crickets around me because that's all that's right now.
Yeah. Oh my god. Well, whatever. Let's hope Vile comes back. But
Bro,
I mean,
the crickets were even doing.
Mar, was there anything you wanted to finish off on that? Because I think we can touch a bit about on the Ready or Not. Or are you good? Because I know we've been on choreography for a good minute.
Oh, you know what? No. Here's actually a fun part. What are your favorite choreography moments in video games?
Ooh, you know what? Okay.
Definitely fighting choreography. You just can't beat that. It's just like
but like in what game?
For what game in particular?
Okay, look for me.
In particular.
Here's my big three. One, it's almost a tie. Okay, the third one has to be good in Metal Gear because of either it has a lot of good CQCs and the shit like that, but specifically Raiden, and it's a tie between one of his Metal Gear Revengeance fights or his fight against fucking Vamp in MGS4.
That's such a good one.
Number two, just Asura's Wrath as in its entirety. Just that game's just godlike.
The game ends the game.
Yeah, and then but number one, I don't know how I almost forgot. I think number one has to be the opening scene of Devil May Cry 3. Like I never get tired of seeing
I was
that
gonna
shit.
say that.
Well,
you want to know something funny? No. That's actually the main reason why I wanted to bring this up because, in all honesty, like Mission 7, after you get done fighting Virgil, and they have that little fucking standoff against each other, like basically the full on cutscene from the beginning of Devil May Cry. When that shit ends up happening, It is so fucking good.
Dude, hold on. Can I tell you how fucking crazy I noted when they stopped swinging and then they had like the perfect dome where all the rain just
Yo!
drops?
Oh my god.
Okay, wait. So for you two specifically, I mean that is a good one, but no, I meant the main one when he's in the like the opening scene for mission one.
Oh yeah,
That's the
the
one I was
opening scene, like the first
Oh, the
mission
pizza
one
shit? Yeah.
cutscene, that is my favorite.
like. That's literally Dante Devil May Cry as fuck. Like that scene alone sells you on what Devil May Cry is about. Like it's really Like I don't think I've seen many cutscenes that sell you on the premise of a game as well as DMC did. You know, and the thing is, by the way, it's a good video called, and I use it a lot when it comes to my inspiration for video game design. And it says why Mega Man X makes my dick rock hard or some shit like that. And he talks about how Mega Man X, the first one, even up to like every Mega Man X game, the first mission is like the perfect tutorial. Like Capcom has, it's weird, they nail how to, and even you see in other games like from Resident Evil to Lost Planet, like they know how to make the first level just a great tutorial, and it's a good level. Like you can replay it all. I never realized it's a tutorial level. And it's crazy that they
Fucking
put that
I'd say
philosophy
you can make
in
the
a
argument for Exoprimal as well. Yeah, you can put that for Exoprimal, you can put that for Lost Planet. Like, yeah, you're right. They're really good at fucking making tutorial levels, so you know exactly what to do later on.
Yeah, well, Exoprimal sucks, but that's a part of the point. But yeah, no, and the thing is, DMC, it's crazy that they put that they mastered that so much that they put it in a cutscene. Like, that's impressive, bro. I don't think this is why I suck Capcom's dick so fucking hard, bro. Like, the only other game, obviously the Doom level ones are perfect, a great example, because, I mean, Doom is as iconic as Resident Evil 1, right? Started an entire genre, and they're the peak of their genre as well. But again, the fact that they put that philosophy in a cutscene is insane. I can't, I'm trying to think, like, there's barely few games that can truly, I mean, there's some that could sell you the idea, this or that, or introduce you with their lore or something, but very few, like, encapsulate the entirety of what that game or series is about. Like that fucking opening cutscene in DMC, or both, arguably both cutscenes.
I need to say a top three, but I can't. I need to think of the other two.
I only took 3 because it's really hard, but I was like, that's the one that I first thought of when he said that. It's like, dude, that's the one that's the most. Even though Suros is way crazier and flashier, and same with like Revengeance, because I love those two more. But I feel artistically and as an answer, DMC3 is correct. You can say because it encapsulates what it's in whole about. Like even you can't get a single fight from Revengeance or Asura's Wrath. Maybe a Revengeance a little bit because they like to talk during mid. But again, it doesn't they don't encapsulate the entirety of the game quite like that scene does. That's why I have to give it to DMC3.
Okay, I think for one of my other ones, I think this one is just for visual prettiness. Was Street Fighter 4's opening?
Yeah, that one isn't bad. That is pretty good. It's a shame the game actually looks like actually Street Fighter Cross Tekken. I mean, I'm gonna stop though. Street Fighter Cross Tekken is one of the best trailers of all time.
Yeah.
Oh, the Force Unleashed as well. The Force Unleashed. Oh god.
Someone save Mar.
Yeah, Mar.
Yep. Yeah. No. I'm getting into the dead zone, guys. I'm about to die out.
Okay, you were good, and then you were whatever. Just carry on. Let's assume you're fine.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm this is the part where I'm gonna be out because I'm gonna be.
God damn it.
I mean, at least we got the part that he says he's gonna be out.
Yeah, is he gonna be back or is he gonna be out permanently?
Storming out there, so
I
I
have
don't know
no
if he
idea.
was walking or not.
Yeah, it is storming. Oh, Val. Okay, Val.
I am so sorry, guys. I've been so silent.
What?
You guys left no room for me. But what's up? What were we talking
Oh, no.
about?
That's because you never spoke up. Let's just be real. You never spoke up.
We asked you something earlier. Where were you
Really?
then? Yes.
Oh,
Were you asleep or something?
no, I was watching Drama Alert real quick. Cause
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Fair enough. Is there an
Drummer
update?
Nation.
Do you have anything you want to say on that, or are you good?
Yes,
What
I
is-
do.
what-
So,
go for it.
apparently, FaZe is about to go homeless, but I don't think they're gonna go homeless because they got a lot of money. They just did a.
No, I mean, no. Here's the thing, man. You say that, but dude, you'd be surprised how budgets can go away. And here's the other problem with those people is they're so used to like living in the mansion, these cars. The money goes away really quick. That's the
The
problem with
crazy
people
part
once they
is
get
that
money, they don't know how to keep it, bro.
They don't
That's the
own
real
the
problem.
mansions, they rent them out, and that's where they're getting convicted because they went to do a prank Roy, and then I guess the person saw what they did to the house, and that's where they're getting kicked out because they really.
Oh well, that's not even. Oh, so it's not even like real homelessness. Like to me, zero homelessness, like you can't like rent out or some
Yeah,
bullshit. That's what
yeah.
real homelessness is. So I think they're just over exaggerating.
Yeah, you know how they are with the titles. Like my title's gonna be so dramatic. People are gonna think this is just straight politics, but somewhere down.
I
the
mean,
line,
and that's
it's
the way it
about
works, right? I hate how clickbaity the current stratosphere. I mean, dude, even I literally have to, or else people don't fucking click.
Yeah, you see. So,
But I
it's
hate that you
clickbaity,
have
but
to.
it's still about the topic. You know what I mean? It's still.
Yeah, but here's the, why. At least we'll really to this immediately disapprove our disclaimer that we're not gonna keep just I hate when people do the clickbait and they continue for like 5 to 6 videos. Like, no, bro, it stops right here at this video, bro. I ain't here to spread bullshit. The clickbait title is there. That's about as far as the clickbait goes. We keep it real once you're fucking clicking here, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It can become
But yeah, no, we're asking you about Ready or Not. Did you hear about the whole? Yeah, Honorable. Tell him the Ready or Not shit.
I just played that game. It's
It was
funny.
about that controversial, or it was just like a lot of people being really picky about a realistic game with realistic graphics taking place in a very sensitive topic area with
Which
the
one?
school level.
Oh, the college one.
Yeah, the college one. Thank you.
I don't
wanted to
get-
specify that it's like it was a college place, so it wasn't even like with minors.
Yeah. Did you hear about that
On top of
controversy or no?
that-
I did.
On top
Did you
of
hear
that,
about it?
I didn't hear about it, but I know I know it's in the game because I played it. I didn't know people was actually making a big issue about it. But the fact that they're making a big issue about it is pretty prophetic because I would double down if I was the devs. I would double down and make it in a middle school or even elementary school because
I'm
you know
not
why?
gonna lie.
Because you know why? It happens in real life, and nobody's
Yeah.
gonna do nothing about it with it. So why not just put in a video game? It happens in real life. You can't censor everything. What happened to freedom of development?
Yeah, oh wow. Yeah, no. Actually, I'm with yeah. When I seen that was a problem, I thought it was stupid. It's like, bro, first of all, this game is realistic. Like, dude, off the bat, because I know some of the people saying, oh, it's glorifying. But, like, dude, not even. Even a lot of people they're like, this is kind of uncomfortable. Like, even they agree. They're like, yeah, no, and they're like, no, this is actually. And they said, no, this is a good game. And here's the thing. This is what the thing about art is that they don't realize. Like, dude, gaming is an art. Not every game is it's just a video game. Like, no, some games can make you cry. Some of this and yeah. That game is meant to make you uncomfortable. It's also a super realistic game. It's meant to do 3 things. One, obviously fun. Number 1 is fun. Any game, you're supposed to have fun. Let's just be real. That's number 1. And the game can be fun. But number 2, realistic as shit. That's not for everybody. Like, I tell people, like, dude, if you play COD, you more than likely don't playing Arma, Tarkov. Like me, I'm a masochist. I love playing that fucking shit. That's why I got that game in the first place before this dude even told me. I forget which. It's all the same shit to me. Like, like I said, hard on for realistic shit. But guess what? I find I'd be playing, you're playing. I'm like, damn, bro, this is kind of uncomfortable. But I'm like, damn, that's a good game. You know, I like that it takes place. Like, it's a realistic scenario. You can't change this shit. If not, then don't play the fucking game. To me, and like I said, they double down. It's an art form, and to me, it's like, if anything, like, it makes, dude, I'm not gonna lie, this shit
Dude, it's like
makes
the guy,
me feel mega
hold on,
bad.
it's like the guy in Russia, right, where he made a simulator, exactly the same premise. It was at high school, actually. But you get to play as both roles. You get to play as the shooter and the cop.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh, that's wild.
Now that I'm gonna
That
be
is
honest.
artsy. That is
Hey,
ballsy, too.
now that one I'm gonna admit I was a little iffy. I'm not gonna lie.
Right? Like, come on, see, look, you know people push like, no, but then you say something, they're really not pushing
Hey, I
it, bro.
don't call myself vile, but that's a little too vile.
No, I
I'm not
agree.
gonna-
See, like, dude, come on, bro. Someone literally
And then-
made an actual video game
then
about the Columbine shooting
so-
as you being like the dudes, but it's
Yeah.
pixelated, mind you. But still, see, it's the idea. So
It's-
people think that's bad. Like, no, it can get worse. Like, to me, the bigger thing is like, dude, it can get worse. Look, bro. There's a game called Rate Play. I'm done. I'm not saying anything more. That's when I became like, nothing is gonna offend me or make me more done than that game. That's where I'm at, bro. I'm gonna keep it $1.50 with y'all. Look it up if you really want to. Make sure no one's around, bro. I'm just telling you that shit right now. Or the name alone should make you not want to look this up, bro. I'm just saying.
If I even saw that in the Steam store, I'm not even gonna think about
Oh
it.
no, it's AO
that
only. It's adult only. By the way, it was a PS3 exclusive too. So it was on console, surprisingly.
Shoot, it was on console and they proved it.
Like, dude, it was the first one because when I heard about Manhunt that was banned, I was like, okay, whatever. It's just a really bad taste game. But like, oh, it's not that. That's when I heard about Rate Play. Like, it's top 10 banned games around the world. So I'm like, oh, GTA or this. Like, oh, but the number 2 was like Manhunt. Like, oh yeah, no, that game. I'm not gonna lie, that game is very uncomfortable. Like, it's still a game, whatever. Fucked up premise too as well. But like, yeah, whatever. It's not like the most offensive thing I've ever played personally. Like I said, I find Ready or Not more offensive, honestly. But I have to fuck with it. But no, Rate Play. No, dude. I actually like fucking no, dude. You could not catch me dead playing that shit. Hell no. Like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna talk about it anymore. I'm done.
So yeah,
like, that's actually how done I am.
That's how, and then on top of that, you're supposed to be a police officer, so you get the
Right, you're the good guys.
You're the good guys, and you get their perspective. Because I'm not gonna lie, I was playing one of the new maps, and I got jump scared, and I shot the dude right away. But he did have a gun, so I got stupid lucky.
Yeah.
But
Here's the thing about this game too that you guys don't realize how it's not glorifying. If anything, it's like the opposite. It shows you how actually, like, if anything, it made me realize how much, dude, I would never want to be a cop. Fuck that shit.
Oh, I still
Because
wanna be
there's
a
a
SWAT,
no rules of
100%.
engagement. For those who don't know, cops are not allowed to shoot you unless you present a visible, very visible threat, or you are about to attack them. That's what they say. They have to tell you, get down, whatever. So unless you are getting something from your hand and you're gonna shoot them, that's why, believe it or not, they hold it. But the second you get into your pockets or something and you're pulling something, then it's like, if they genuinely think you have a gun, they're allowed to shoot you. But
Okay,
if you,
good cops genuinely think. Bad cops.
oh yeah, obviously, don't get me wrong.
Just for pulling out your show your ID.
Yeah, and that's why again, this is why you should listen to the police, and that's why you keep your hands in the air. Do not put your hands in your pocket. And
Yeah,
again, this game really specifies how fast shit can happen. Like literally, someone can have their pocket 1 second, bro. They can, and then just the next second they can shoot you, bro.
sir.
Like that's not even bullshit. Like that's why, like, no, please, and be super slow and do exactly what they tell you. Like so people, like, that's why. And even then, even they could be piling for you. Like, believe it or not, if you have your hand in your pocket, believe it or not, if they think, and like you said, whatever, it doesn't matter. All that matters is hand in pocket, you're not listening, they can shoot you as long as they believe you. Because trust me, like, this game, you play this game and you start to realize, holy shit, that's why they shoot people with hands in. Like, bro, like, you'd be surprised. You know, a lot can happen in a second.
You are pulled over and your police officer is a white woman.
But I mean,
you know what?
that's why best advice
You know
is
what kills
stand
me,
the fuck still. Like, I know it's fucked up, but trust me, this game makes you realize why.
Most people would think like, oh, but that's not petty because of other situations. I will not say that every situation is a not the police fault. You know what I mean? Some situations is the officer's fault.
Absolutely.
Especially if the person was complying and yet they still fired. Yeah, no.
Oh, that's when we all agree. Like, dude, what? Like, no, if they're complying,
yeah,
no real reason for you to.
I just want to put that on the table real quick.
100, absolutely. And here's the thing,
that's why I made the comment.
Oh, true. That's why I know that's what you meant, right? And the people's like, oh, it's like, no, dude, 90% of the time, like, when it comes to, it's a very fine line where it's like, it's 50-50, but 90% of the time, you're getting shot, you usually weren't complying. Like, straight up, I'm gonna keep it above 50 with you. Or you were being stupid. Like, even if you could be, you were just being stupid. And it could be a simple, and again, dude, believe it or not, there's a kid that actually getting shot. The cop felt bad, like, they don't want to fucking shoot people. And even he was getting mad, like, he was mad, it's like, dude, like, no, because, yeah, that kid did do something stupid. Like, dude, don't do that. Like, again, why you also don't run away from police. Like, it's a really, they're gonna assume you, again, like, seriously, man, I'm not gonna say it, but this game is really good at showing you it's not easy being a cop. Like, that's why I said, like, bro, I'd rather be a soldier than be a cop. They don't have to answer as much as police will. You want to think, oh, police are bad? Go ask all the people how bad any military is. Oh, you can't. They're fucking dead.
They're like a priority. We are
like, homie, they think you're conspiring. They can shoot you. You ain't got your hands in your pocket.
We got first look of what they would do during COVID. So,
I mean, you know what? I remember some military dude got fired because someone gave the order to shoot, and they did shoot. It was like, well, you gave the order to shoot, dumbass. Because it was police and military co-joint. And the police officer should have known that, no, the police are trained to kill. They're not trained to defend like y'all. Like, see, so look at the difference. Like, no, see, this is why I would rather be military, because I would love to, like, use my reactions all a lot. Like, anything moves, like, shoot, I don't give a fuck. Police officer can't do that. You have to react, stop, think, and then maybe shoot. Like, that's too much, bro. Fuck that. Like I said, because again, the game deducts points if you don't do things in order, believe it or not. So even if someone was about to shoot something, good example, even if you knew someone was going to shoot you, the game literally deducts points if you shot them first. You have to wait for them to try to shoot you or for you to say stop.
Oh, no,
so it doesn't deduct points, bro. So let that sink in.
So as a person who put 100...
reason why there's always a police officer that, like, immediately radios. They're just like, shots fired. There's been shots fired.
There you go. Literally.
That's literally, like, them reporting, hey, now they started it, we are allowed to open back.
Exactly. So, like I said, dead ass, huge respect to a lot of the cops. I always have, but playing these games made me go, dead ass, fuck all this other, how do you fucking do it, bro? Like, I would always be shooting people, bro. Because my reactions are too quick. I see you, dude. If I even see you twitch, I'm shooting you, dude. That's the problem. You guess I'm too overtuned. You seen it too with me when we were playing Guilty Gear with the shit. Like, I was too fast. Okay, I'm not allowed to be a cop.
You're not carrying a licensed weapon when we're meeting, right?
Hell no, dude. I'm not allowed to.
He's not allowed to. The law said that, he's a resident. He's not allowed to.
Yeah.
Residents are not allowed to be armed, which is fun. Just kidding.
I don't know. I still consider being a resident better than a fucking. Because guess what? I don't have to
Oh,
serve.
that's right. You got benefits.
Dude, you get like all of the pluses. Like, oh, the only negatives I can't. Okay, he gives a shit about voting. And then the only one. Okay, I can't have guns. Like that's the only real negative. Outside, I was like, wait, I get to have all the same shit, and especially currency, this and that, which is the main reason anyone wants a residency here. And I don't have to serve. Let's fucking go. I'll take that shit.
I
Because
didn't know.
Americans always get into shit. Do I look like I want to fight in their dumbass behalf? Fuck no. The people, what about your own country? Which one, Mexico or Japan? Because Japan has their things
Yo,
like
Japan,
it's
I just saw a
optional.
news source on Japan.
Dude,
that was-
Japan literally makes its own DIY guns. That's that's how base you can get.
Yeah, see, it goes further to prove you that you can't stop guns, bro. Especially now with the age of 3D printing, it's impossible. It's actually fucking impossible. So the best you can do is regulate. You're not stopping it. You know, like if anything, I said like one of the presidents, the current, I think it was current or maybe before president of Mexico said because when they're talking about drugs, like the real problem's not the drugs, it's the families. Like, what are you doing? And I agree. Same with things like, what are we doing to stop these kinds of people from existing?
Boy.
It's the problem's not the drugs, it's the people. Same with guns. It's not the guns, it's the people. Like it's a people problem, not a insert whatever object you're trying to villainize.
I think
Anyways.
The Mexico president just put it on pause on the relations with the U.S. and Canada.
No, like I said, I know Mexico was, or the U.S. was a little butthurt with Mexico's statement about like, nah, bro, you guys have a drug problem because you don't even watch after your own kids or give them love. He's right though.
Not paying for the wall.
I mean, I agree with that statement. Yeah, the Americans don't get enough love to their kids, bro. That's why y'all guys have a fucking drug problem. Mexico dude was spitting. To be fair, I feel like it's also gone to a certain degree in Mexico, but that's just modernization. If I'm being honest, that's really more so the case. But regardless, America more so than others. Also Japan too. Yeah, I mean, most of America and Japan just. Mexico, we're all about like the reason I think we do not as bad as those two is because we have we're all about family and love.
I don't think
right?
you're ever gonna see people burning the Mexico flag. You know what I mean?
Dude, what?
But here
Dude,
in
people.
Oh, do they?
Dude, yeah, dude, people flag that shit all the time. What are you talking about?
The Mexico flag?
Yeah, dude, Mexicans are prideful as fuck. What? You don't know?
They
My
burn it.
neighbor had his shit up.
Burn it.
This dude's never seen a brown house before.
Yeah, no, dude,
no,
actually.
I said burn. You never see
Oh,
burn.
burn. Actually, you know what? I've actually never seen that. You make a very good point.
And then Americans keep burning the flag. The only reason I'm pulling that up is because of Donald Trump is trying to make it a constitutional where if whoever burns the flag will she'll go to jail.
Here's my thing: is it already illegal, or is that per state thing? Actually, I'm gonna look it up.
No,
because I heard, I could have sworn someone said that shit was illegal.
It's a constitutional freedom.
Is it illegal to burn American flag? Because one of my homies said that way back, and I took his word for it.
Crazy if you think.
Where can I get free creatine?
Oh, yeah, it says fined or imprisoned for more than no, it is illegal.
Is it?
It was.
No way.
Desecration of the flag. I think the only exception is if it's for okay, no, there's no federal law.
Oh,
but...
okay, I was about to say.
Yeah. Basically, if you're doing it in protest, it's completely fine. But if you're doing it in that makes sense, right? I think that's what I was gonna say. I think that's a fine line. Like, if you're just doing it, oh fuck America, like then why the fuck are you here? Then yeah, definitely. But if you're trying to make a statement or then I think it's totally fine. Like if it's totally like
American men and women, then yeah, that's a iffy.
Like, but if you're going
That's
around
it's
burning
your
random
flag.
people's flags, that's
so
that's
it
literally
has to be
terrorism.
Yours, which is most likely what's happening. I would only hope.
Yeah, you guys have a basic example. Some random dude from the Middle East terrorist just starts burning a flag and say "Death to America." Yeah, you should get fined or go to not even you should go to jail. But if you're sitting here like I disagree with the current president, and you burn a flag, yeah, that's freedom of speech. You're allowed to express your feelings and thoughts. I mean, dude, a lot of Trumpers do that basically. Like I guarantee you, a lot of Trumpers probably.
No, they don't do that. They're the ones that.
Well, I was saying they probably don't burn the flag, but they probably do something,
so
right? That could be considered desecration to the flag.
They invade the White House.
Okay, that is obviously illegal. And dude, a lot of people actually did get in trouble for that. Apparently, the FBI cracked down and found a lot of them and shit.
That is crazy.
I mean,
you know what?
They would take down already illegal to do that.
Right? No, but apparently the dude with the flag got even into more because that was also desecration of the flag. Like, oh, disruption of the thing while also using the American. Like, yeah, he got actually extra fined for that shit. It's like, yeah, thank you.
Listen. Nothing will ever go harder than the image of the guys who had like the doors closed and the handguns, and it just had the COD War Zombies like UI on it. Nothing will go harder than that image.
I thought you were gonna say nothing is gonna go harder than that event of a tragedy of a protest.
I don't know. That's where I'm at. Like I said, here's my
know.
biggest thing.
I
If you're too thirsty or friendly or quick to burn an American flag, yeah, you should probably go to jail. Because that just means you're anti like democracy and shit. Like I said, I'm not a fan of overall democracy. I am a fan of selective democracy. I don't think morons should be allowed to vote for shit.
To say that you are a communist?
Yeah, it's free. Also, I think so. Yes, it's called freedom of speech. And also,
commie.
Also, I'm not really a communist. Like, I like the ideals and everything, but it's not practice. Technically, like you said, all Buddhist communists, but over the years, like, not really. Like I said, I do support democracy, but even then, not full democracy. Like I said, like Socrates. And like I said, I like communism. Same with I mean, if anything, I'm more socialist than you can say communism, even though socialism is a part of communism.
Yeah,
but the only reason I don't consider myself full communism is because at the end of the day, it just doesn't work. That's just the honest truth. So I can't call myself a real communist. Like,
I think socialism.
Would I like it to work? Sure, but the reality of it's not really. It hasn't ever really worked in a large capacity.
That's what a lot of people say, but I don't think people are doing it right. You know what I mean? I don't think.
No, they're not. They're not.
I don't think we had a person that is a communist that meant to do communism. That's what communists are supposed to do. That's just my opinion.
Absolutely. No, you're absolutely... Dude, Japan was going to be one of the first countries that actually was going to do it. Like, it was going to be the only communist takeover that was going to be done peacefully. By voting. Let that sink in, voting. And America ruined it. Fun fact.
Oh, really? Of course.
Right. Yeah, so, like that, we're going to have a democratically elected communism. Like... That's a lot. Again, there's a communist party in America. Like, there's nothing illegal about that. What's wrong is if you're saying, "Oh, I'm anti against America." And again, dude, if anything, I'm probably sounding mad American. Like, wait, how can you be communist, Buddhist, but then also like very super pro America? Like, dude, a lot of the things of the Constitution, like, I absolutely agree. This is why everything I say, I know I can't get in trouble. Like, nothing about me inherently makes me go against or dislike a lot of the American. Dude, I grew up on a lot of the American values, and I agree with a lot of it. I vibe with it. I think they're, again, because they're neighbors. Mexico and America have a lot of things in common. And I don't know, like, I mean, I don't think they're bad.
You know what?
Like I said, if anything, I don't think that the system is so wrong with America. Like, I think the Constitution's perfectly fine in a sense. I agree with a lot of philosophies. It's just the way things are run. I don't have anything inherently wrong with the laws of America. I just have a problem the way it's run, and that's completely fucking fine to say.
I just don't like how each state has their own thing. You know, I feel like for each.
I agree with you on that one too, as well.
Hear me out, right? I think it was a great start just to see.
Yeah,
Yes, it's to see which states is doing better than the others, right? It was supposed to. I think what it was supposed to be is a data statistic thing, right? Let's see which state's doing better economy-wise, right? And then if that state's doing so good, why don't we just copy that state and then just spread it all around? Like, you know what I mean?
Well, part of it also too, it was necessary because of how different different things were. So some laws, like, okay, yeah, don't fuck a dog, because maybe that region really fucks dogs for some reason. There is really weird laws, and some of them make sense for the time.
Alabama.
But
Don't forget Alabama.
But that's an actual law. Incest is literally illegal there because they had to
is it
make
really?
it. Yeah, because of an
I
incest
thought it was
problem.
just a joke.
No, it is legit. It is not a joke. It is. But now with how centralized America is, it doesn't make sense to have these weird laws.
You thought it was a joke?
I thought it was just a saying because there was just like a lot of them usually. I thought it was like
yeah, I know, I get you, but no, it's legit.
Do you think? So you think that Japan's lowest consent is also a joke?
No, that I know was facts.
No, that's bullshit. Okay, no, don't tell me you both are falling for that bullshit too.
Wasn't it not?
16? No. So here's the thing. So everything. Oh, the age of consent is 14. It's like, that's. First of all, it's 18 like every other developed nation.
It changed to 16.
Yeah. What are you talking about? I could have Wait, no. I thought it was 12, and then they changed it to 16. That's what I thought.
First of all, that's France. France is the dumbass that said 12. For Japan, apparently it was 14. I mean, at some point,
14,
way back in the day, here's the thing. At some point, way back in the day, it was 14. But no, here's the first thing. Remember, I don't know when. Maybe it might have been pre-war. I think pre-war. But after World War II, remember, America wrote the Constitution and everything. What makes you think that this is what that logic alone makes you know it's a load of bullshit? What makes you think America, where their age of consent was 18, would not make it 18 in Japan as well? So that's how you know that myth is done. Number two, that whole 14 rule comes that everyone takes to this day and still believes in it. is that's they have a rule, which actually makes sense. It's the level, like, you know how some people like, oh, like the Romeo and Juliet law, right? That they have here, like, oh, if you dated before high school and they're in 20, like, oh, it's completely fine. That's that, but on steroids. That's why, like, oh, the lowest is 14. So basically, what it means is that 14 is the lowest that, like, say someone that's 20, and even then, no, you can still get in trouble, but you don't get like super jail time or something. But anything underneath 14, like, oh, it doesn't matter what the circumstance is, you're going to jail. That's what that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's different tiers. And what's funny is it's actually the reason why it's so low. That's for women. So if you're a woman and you're 21, apparently it is still illegal to bang a 14-year-old, but all you get is a fine. So the funny thing is, it actually shows you how super fucking sexist most, like, again, and that's what's funny. People are like, oh my god, like, actually no, it's actually the other way around. You first of all, and again, you know how you know, because all jabs there, they have to be 18. Like, yeah, so I remember Kathy Cat, believe it or not, the girl who I sent for personally. Thank you, Kathy Cat. Okay, that was like, yeah, no, huge misconception. Like, yeah, and she showed like the chart. It shows you like, oh yeah, like there's a state of, oh, if you're like, oh, here, like, oh, this is completely fine. This is questionable, might be fine, whatever. And then in the red, it's like, yeah, you can give you some jail time or something, whatever. But you're not. I like it. I think it makes sense because we never had talked the last podcast. I think there's different tiers of pedo, right? Like, obviously, once you're like 18 legal, like, but you're gonna look at someone saucy, like, man, why are you dating this 18-year-old? Like, yeah, you make jokes, but they're not a real pedo, right? And oh, who knows? Maybe. I mean, to me, like I said, I would, dude. I already don't feel comfy trying to date anyone under 20. So I don't know if 14 is like the borderline of kids to like semi like adult. Like, I really don't fucking know. Or maybe because 14s where bitches can actually get titties or something. I don't know what the fuck the ruling is in there. I'm not gonna touch that shit.
That is crazy.
You know what I'm saying? But again, I honestly, I seen it. I was like, you know what? I kind of agree with this chart. The male one specifically, I don't agree with the female one. It's like they're way too lenient. It's like literally, why the fuck can a 21-year-old fuck a 14-year-old? Like, that's mad out of pocket. Like, I get it if they're like a freshman and that dude like, they're like senior, like, okay, med pushing it, but it's like, yeah, they're both technically still like teenagers and kids, and they both age together. She's like, okay, I'm a sophomore, dude's like 21, but it's like, fair enough, it doesn't feel that off if we're being really on. You know, and the thing is, it's stupider because the average age gap for most people around the world is literally 10 years. So it's like, come on now. Whatever. That's what that is. So, like, that shit needs to die, and I don't think it will because low-key, at the end of the day, Japanese people are a bit pedo-y. Like, there's no capping on that one.
When you do with you and Japan Prime Minister, at least when you're like, hey, yo, what's up, chat? Can you vote on this poll real quick?
I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna let that stay. I'm just make the legal age of consent go to like 20 or 21 because
no, you make it.
No. But here's the way I would work for anyone past the age of like 40, because it's like, nah, bro, that's sus for y'all motherfuckers to be going after 18-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? But if you're in your 30s and 20s, no, it's fine. You can go.
Hey, at least you'll make headlines with that new change.
And the funny thing is, guess what? All the old people are gonna get mad, but and then guess what? Everybody else, the 20 and 30-year-olds were like, hey, yeah, that is sus, because you're the main people we're looking at, and if you're the people getting mad, see, here's my thing: if you're 50 and 40 and you're going after 18-year-olds, what's stopping you from going after 12? Because that's a huge age gap. Come on now, you know, like someone who's like 14 freshman and then 21, like, okay, again, mad sus, but if they met in high school, whatever, and they're pushing up, she's gonna be 21, and dude's gonna be like, what, 26? It's not even a full 10-year gap. It's less sus than some 50-year-old trying to bang an 18-year-old. Like, come on, bro. That is mad pedo-y.
What you call
mad pedo-y. You know what I'm saying? That's just me.
You're gonna make a pre-order in law? No,
I mean, I don't know, dude. When I was in school, my golden was I didn't like dating anyone that was like, dude, I didn't really like dating anyone that was mad young. Like, to me, the max was a year. You know, like they could not be like over a year younger than me. Like, that was just me, and most people seem to have that philosophy. Thank God.
It'd be kind of funny though, wouldn't it be? At the government, if there was a government department that take care of these things, so-called the pre-order.
Oh my.
No. The people who are working with it, they will get the battle pass.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, and again, you know what's crazy about this stupid stat? I see every time you see reports like all the age of consent, they always put Japan as 14. It's I'm really tired of seeing that. It's so fucking inaccurate.
I don't know why you think that America would help now. Japan. Yeah, I know. I try to figure that out. What makes you think America would help Japan out with their laws?
Dude, they literally won World War II. They're the ones that decided their laws for them. They had no choice.
But wait, that's not adding up. I think what you meant is they joined NATO with them, but I don't think they. I mean, I'm 100% sure when you.
Bro, see, like I said, this is why people need to learn history, because then that's why that 14 number would go away. People understand, like, dude, most of Japan's law, and again, why people want to realize it's very similar to America. Yeah, because America took over. They actually had Japan for a couple years, and then they let them go because they couldn't sustain it. And they were like, okay, Japan is. And same happened with East and West Germany. East was to the UN, and the West was for Russia, or whatever, because I forget West and East because I'm a dum-dum. And you see how different the political climate was, and even, oh, whatever, yada yada. Like, people really do, apparently, wow, it's crazy. Forgot one of the most memorable things that happened. World War II and the consequences of what happened in Germany and Japan. Japan got super Americanized and fucking revolutionized and industrialized because of America. And again, why do they have roads and cars and this and that? Because America was stationed there like a motherfucker. One of the generals was stationed there, not to keep eyes on the civilians, but to rebuild Japan and modernize it. And part of it came, okay, how are we going to write their constitution? And their laws.
Hold on.
And they're like, hey, yeah, this age of consent being 14, you can go fuck yourself. And remember, and here's the thing, but the Japanese weren't going to, and again, a lot of, especially those old heads, didn't like their laws being changed. But guess what? Like, oh no, I want to be able to bang 14-year-olds. Japan's like, do you want us to drop a third nuke? Okay, then never mind. Like, that nuke's gonna tell you to fuck off, dog. Like, again, to this day, that's why a lot of nationalists are still pissed. Like, no, like, again, talk to any whatever history. Yeah, no, they were not happy about it. There was people don't, like, I was even seeing the history the other day about how Japan was going crazy through the 70s. Like, yeah, no, there was a lot of turmoil, a lot of unhappiness when America actually. Like, literally, they wanted to literally go kill the dude. There was a whole thing and everything because he was admitting surrender to America, bro. Like, the fanaticism of Japan was really fucking insane. Like, so that's why, to me, it's so asinine that whole 14, like, homie, that is a huge spit to the history of Japan to be saying some stupid shit
So, is it safe to say that we all agree that we trust the source of pbs.org?
They're the dumbasses that said it's 14?
Well, it said that it went to 16.
It's crazy that a random YouTube being hot German chick did better reporting than everybody else.
Oh, you trust the VTuber?
PBS kids that targeted towards them.
I don't know, man. He gets sources from VTubers. That's crazy.
I mean, dude, people get shit wrong all the time. It's part of journalism.
But this is
literally, it says right there, locus 18, bro.
.orgs could never.
Age of marriage is 16 though. Well, that's different. Interesting.
Wait,
since they actually do Japan can be okay. So this is the weird thing about that one. Obviously, it's like within your legal age range, right? So there you go. That's why that number 16. But the other thing is like because some people, it's only the rich people and maybe a handful of dumbasses that believe in what do they call it? You guys want to talk about they used to do it in the olden times? This is No, not that. Arranged marriages. So they would actually have you're gonna marry your son's gonna marry this daughter or something.
Like they do that in India.
It's weird that they still fucking do that. I mean, heck, there's some places that still do that here in America. Yeah, but no. Wait, the age of consent in Germany is 14. Wait, but see, look, it's the same thing. As long as a person over 21 does not explode. See, it's the same shit. See, but I like how they start all like, dude, no, don't start with that. Like, that's not the same shit. So like they did it with Germany too, and Germany the same thing as Japan with that. That's funny. That's actually funny. Because I see here on the side, like, as you can see, it's like, it's 14, but as long as they're not over 21, I'm like, that's it. Again, I feel like that's fair-ish. I feel like it's still a huge stretch. I'm not gonna bullshit you. I feel like 18 should be
I did
max,
not know about Japan
me.
Is that if you're the age of under 20, you had to be.
Oh, but apparently the Philippines is 12? No, dude.
To drink and smoke instead of 21. They only beat us by like 1 year. It seems like America's a little bit more stricter on that.
Doesn't South Africa have like the lowest age of consent?
I think so, some shit like that. And here's the thing too. Here's the thing. There's consent and then statutory rape. So basically, the consent, obviously, they say like 13, 14 or some bullshit like that. That's what Japan was like. Yeah, and I think that seems fair. Like once you're like a teenager, but at the same time, like you're not sexually mature until you're 16 for women and 18 for men. That's why that exists in the first place. But let's be real, dude. There are kids that are fucking all the time. So that's what that law again. Getting consent and statutory rape are not the same thing. So we should also emphasize that. Like, I'm more focused on statutory rape, which is what everyone's focused on. Am I not mistaken? When we think of consent of grown adults trying to fuck kids, like so. It's the same thing when people get domestic assault and domestic dispute. Like one, it's just them arguing, like really badly, and the other one's like, no, one's getting their ass beat. You know, so and in that sense, that's why. So yeah, when it comes to consent, yeah, so they did raise it. It used to be 13, and now it's 16.
Did you guys
Which
know?
I'm gonna be honest, I still think that's stupid. Like, dude, 13-year-olds and 14-year-olds, fuck. Like, you may not like it, but like the second you start hitting puberty, that is the second you want to fuck. That is just biology. You're not changing. You can put that law you want. Hey, there's not, dude. There's a lot of people admit, especially now that you're gonna go adult, it's a very uncomfortable feeling to think that high school is. See, we know it because we're still youngish, but for adults, it's a really uncomfortable thing. Oh my god, there's 13-year-olds fucking. Yes, there is. Like, I knew a lot of. Come on, how many girls are 13 or 14 and pregnant? Like, come on now.
It's like, did you forget?
It isn't rape. That isn't statutory rape. No,
like,
they just fucked a boy who's their same age.
It's like they forgot how they were when they were there.
Right? Exactly.
Can I just say a can of Coke in Japan is 100 yen, and that's 69 cents.
Yeah.
American money. That is crazy.
That's about right.
Yeah, dude. When I was in Japan, there was like so many vending machines. Dude, the countryside vending machines. They were the nicest.
It's the
prices
size
next to rural areas.
Is the size of the cans?
And by the way, the whole thing with the marriage.
The size of the cans are all universal. The only times you'll ever have a size difference is in the cool mini stores.
And at the end of the day, know this, you guys. We could be wrong, but
There's
at
your
the end
Japan
of the day,
fact of the day.
yeah, and like I said, I think I'm pretty right because I'm even again. We can see we're seeing this all right here, and I'm pretty. And again, none of you better be talking bad about my wife, who Kathy Cat. I will. Like I said, she did a great job in that video. That's why I know. I stand and tip Kathy Cat. Like, dude, seriously, if there is no girl I will be more down bad for than Kathy Cat.
So this guy just admits that he's a fairy. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next segment.
Mind you, I'm not trying to be weird, Miss Kathy Cat. I am open to this and that, whatever. You don't have to. I ain't just a fan that thinks you're really hot. See, I guess the reason why it's easy for me, again, is why, yeah, sure, I simp as a joke or whatever, like, yeah, genuinely crush and everything, but the problem is, here's the way to do it, you guys. You can have a crush on someone, you don't gotta be weird about it. Like, whatever, but, like, don't harass them, don't fucking bother them, don't stalk them.
Did you ever DM Kathy?
Like, I mean, I'm like, I just have a crush, but do I ever see myself going out with her? No. I would like to, but I don't really think so.
Did you
I just have a crush, that's it.
Did you
move on with life.
Send her a DM?
But I am very open to the idea, obviously.
Have you sent?
But it's not stopping me. See, here's the problem. You can have a crush. Don't let that stop you from getting other bitches. What's wrong with you?
Have you sent this person a DM?
No. Why would I?
Interesting.
They say shit like that because I'm not delusional.
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
Is Kathy Cat a Japanese YouTuber?
Yes.
Okay, just make sure.
I just think she looks hot, dude. That's all it is. Like I said, it's just a crush. Nothing crazy. I'm just really down bad for her, bro. And mine, okay.
I was literally talking about like interacting with like one of my favorite music.
Oh yeah, you were saying that. And then this again, just healthy interactions,
like,
man.
Know, I just say, hey, they're cool. I react, send memes, they laugh.
Right.
That's it. That's all it has to be. There's nothing more to that.
Yeah, and like I said, man, it's some people like the problem is because people don't. I guess the real problem is because people don't have friends, so they'll take that one interaction, and it's just so super, one-sided. What do they call it?
I know exactly what you mean, dude. I know exactly what you mean. Where they're just like, oh my god, I finally am interacting with someone I look up to. I had to let them know all my life problems.
Yeah, no, please don't do that. Even with me, even if you're like, please don't do that. I am not a psychiatrist, bro.
Greatest Gamer 00, I'm a huge fan. The way you land on that knuckle, dude. Oh my god.
Like, don't get me wrong. I am a huge believer of treating your fans right. So trust me, if anyone can get bothered, like if someone randomly hugs me like at Asen or a convention, I really won't care. Like, I am okay with being touched in public. I don't give a fuck.
After Urian suplex.
Yes. That's me. You can say, like, I actually have less boundaries than most fucking other people, but because I'm very grateful to the people that I do know. But that still doesn't mean I'm gonna sit here and listen to your fucking life's problems, alright? Well, maybe I do. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of do in chat. But regardless, this is a unique scenario for me. I don't know. I don't think I have that problem in my audience for the most part. Most people tend to be pretty cool and know what boundaries are and shit. But this is more of a message for other people. And again, it seems to be more of a problem with simping. That's the main... Guys and girls, mind you. Guys and girls. But... Yeah, more than like... And here's the other thing I can tell you. We can't be friends with everybody. It is literally impossible, dude. Just the other thing. Like,
if you could, there would be a lot of dictatorships.
Obama.
I will say that I would not want to be. I don't. I had someone one time randomly hug me, and it made me lose memory because I was like, that is such an awkward moment. I don't know the individual, and it just.
Yeah, no. For
out.
most people, yeah, no, that's the thing. Like, you shouldn't randomly go up and hug people. Like, some people don't understand it. Like, I get that. And the reason why I'm open to it is because I really don't mind or give a fuck. Second, I love hugging people. And then third, you know what? For my audience, maybe they need that. Like, I like, you can hug me randomly, but I'll be like, okay, that's cool. Cool. Good for you. You need this, right? So, it's a good pick me up. Never do this with anybody else. Like, that's the message I want to give. It's like, hey, clearly you need it. Maybe you're saying, like, if I can be that venting for you, let that be me, because it doesn't bother me. I'm not uncomfortable in my skin or with other people. Like, that's not, like I said, I'm very touchy-feely, so I don't mind. But if it makes it so you never do this to other people, you get what I'm saying?
I will
like
say
that's where I'm at.
I would like permission first before they do that.
Oh, obviously, yeah, clearly, like that'll be fine. Like I said, I would assume most people, like, if they wanted to say, I'm like, oh yeah, they'd be nervous, like, okay, I'll be like, oh hey, I don't fuck. But I mean, again, don't randomly go around like you can do that to me, but I might reflexively almost elbow you. Just do know that I'll only stop halfway once I realize it's waifu or husbando. Either way.
With my big ass body, you'll like send me flying like 5 meters away.
Okay, isn't that yeah? Just don't randomly spook people, like I said, because like if I think I'm being attacked, I might accidentally elbow you, and I'll feel really fucking bad. So I guess it all really depends. But again, if I'm in a giant chibi Yukiko outfit, if I feel a little squishy, like to my right, I'm not gonna be surprised in the slightest because first of all, it's a kid. They know, like they don't know better. See, that's the difference. Like, oh, but it's a kid. Do not compare yourself to a kid. They don't know better. Also, come on, bro. You're a kid and you see a giant chibi. Why the fuck do you not want to hug it? I'm prepared. See, I know what I came in as a chibi enthusiast. I know I have random squishy from here. It's like, okay, can I take a picture of you with the chibi? Like, sure. The little squishy. Then I pet the squishy with the chibi. Good times. Like, I see, you know what I'm saying? I can't sit here and be like, oh man, I can't stand it. But like, homie, I am in a giant chibi. People are going to bother me. You know? As far as the other stuff, I don't think people would want to randomly... Because I know apparently some people, when they cosplay, I heard that, like, say you play a certain character, and maybe the character that they use, they're super friendly, so they might reenact something from the anime. Which, to me, I think that's wholesome. Like, I like that. The idea is that... And to a degree, I get it, right? Like, it's the whole thing. Like, it sucks that we live in that sense that, like, okay, yeah, like, I like it. I love the idea. Like, oh yeah, let's, you're role playing the character. But again, like how kind of with Val said, like, oh, you should probably ask first. Don't just randomly do it out of nowhere. You're gonna spook someone or some shit, right? And maybe some people just don't want to do it. And that sucks. To me, I feel a little, like, oh man, if you're playing the character, at least be committed to the bit kind of shit. But you know what? That shouldn't be a rule. If you just want to dress as the character, you should be able to dress as the character. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things. Like, as someone who is very touchy-feely, but I am super aware, and like I've never once randomly ran up to people and randomly fucking grabbed them or hug. I mean, unless it's people I know, then obviously. And even with people I know, like I have to gauge. I'm like, how close are we to where I can just do this, even if you don't like it? Like Clockwork.
Are you trying to sound like Groovy from Cross the Map? Maybe.
But regardless, like I said, it's a social skill. At the end of it, it's a social skill. Some people clearly really, really lack it. And that's like, it's a nuanced thing. And that's why to me, it's like some people lack social awareness, but they could really use that hug. That's why to me, I'm not going to care. Because, again, I am a person that doesn't mind physical contact. Most people do. And to me, I'll say this, like I said, if look, I'm going to an anime convention, I expect shit like that, especially if I'm going as like a dress or something, or if I know I'm a personality. It comes with the territory. That's what I gotta say. Like to me, it's like, yes, it sucks, but it's the same thing. Like,
I think that's what
same with cosplayers, like, right? Like, obviously, gonna be some form. That doesn't mean that getting like like that's not okay. Like, obviously, okay, like to me, here's the best way. You are allowed to complain, but to sit here and be like, oh like, dude, come on, you should kind of like. It's like when people who complain about being famous that they don't get privacy. It's like, dude. Yes, it sucks. That doesn't mean it's okay. But to sit here and act surprised that it's happening is stupid. That's really where I'm at. Like, I'm not going to say, oh, wow, people are bothering me for pictures and shit, or, oh, my chibi. Like, I know what I came into when I did content. You get famous, and you go to a convention, It's like someone going to a gun place and being like, man, this is loud. It's like, no fucking shit.
I don't think
there's a fine line.
Guns at like gun conventions. I think they're just there looking and by.
No, you get what I'm saying, though. You get what I'm saying. Like firing range, You're allowed to complain if there's no fucking earphones. Like that's not okay. to sit here and complain, oh, why is it so loud? That's
They're
stupid.
breaking
Again,
the rules too, so they're gonna get their license.
like again, people are gonna be at the end of the day. Look, just know this for girls. Like, yeah, there's gonna be some form of harassment as a female cosplay. It comes with the territory. Don't be stupid. I'm just saying, especially, and here's the other biggest thing, especially when you profit off of horniness, you're really not allowed to complain. Like, you can please fuck off with that.
Wait, that's
But it still doesn't make it okay to sexually harass them. Fine line. Same with like lewd tubers that complain, oh my god, why do I have so many simps of this or that? Why do I get so many weirdos? Homie, you are benefiting off of simping, of dudes simping. Like, it doesn't mean what they're doing is okay, but to sit here and be surprised
the
is
Rushia
stupid.
effect.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I gave a little bit to
Rushia
Shy Lily.
effect?
For example, to Shy Lily, like, I love Shy Lily, right? But I was like, I feel bad for you for getting these weird harassment things.
Wait, is that the?
But why are you
yellow guy?
surprised that you are having weirdos DM you? Like, you're a girl, that's already gonna happen, just accept that, it's part of the internet. And second, dude, you're a YouTuber. Like, come on now. Like, don't be stupid. Like, you are profiting off of people being horny. So don't be surprised when some people take it too far. Like, it's gonna happen. You're just gonna have to know how to, like, deal with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I
like,
get you.
don't sit
Straight
here and be
facts.
stupid. Like, again, I feel for you, but don't be stupid. It's a fine line, bro. Don't.
I'm
And it's like a
surprised you
dude
even
being
fell
at
for
6.
them.
What?
I'm surprised that you even
But-
fell for them. My bad. Go ahead, Johnson.
No, Vile, what were you trying to say earlier?
Was that the guy from Demon Slayer, the yellow dude that's so into Nezuko?
Oh, that dude succeed. Like, that's not okay. Like, that dude is a problem. Like, bro, no, that is
No,
actually
no.
harassment.
Okay, what I was saying earlier was like I called that like an expansion of the Rushia effect, or like
Rushia.
like
Oh, yeah,
Rushia
yeah.
was from Hololive.
Oh, I don't know
Before
that.
she was someone else. But basically, the main thing was like she had this crazy wacko personality, and everyone thought like, "Oh, she's doing a bit. She's doing a character." Later, did they realize that was actually just her in her natural state? And
Funny.
basically, it created this entire fan base of fucking wackos.
Ah.
Like, no matter where she went, no matter what VTuber she was, she brought them back. Like, even when she had this whole scandal of like she was married to this music writer that physically and mentally abused him, and they separated. The fans didn't even give any sort of sympathy. They were just like, all right, what's her body count now at betraying men?
Shit.
Let's see. It's like, where the fuck is the line at anymore?
They don't
Pretty
have
much.
eyes.
Yeah, that's really what
That's
this
pretty,
is.
and that's pretty much like I'm basically comparing that situation to what you're mentioning with Shy Lily, where it's just like there's an expectation to have,
Yes.
and
It's a
to
two-way
pretend
street.
it doesn't to pretend it doesn't
Mhm.
exist. It's just a sign of like you need to grow the fuck up or stop
Yeah,
being
deadass.
stupid.
You know what? That's a great way to put it. It really is like you need to grow up, bro. Like it is stupid. Like I said, Coldy even said it good. Like if you're famous, expect to have famous people problems. Same they said in the job. When you take on a job, you take on all the responsibilities. You can't be like, oh, like I said, someone wanted to be team leader or something. She's like, oh, I like doing all this, and that. Oh, but I don't like dealing with the people. Like you have to. That's part of the fucking job. Same thing. Oh, I'm a YouTuber. Yeah, you're gonna get out of pocket horny comments.
On top
Don't
of
be
that,
stupid. If you don't want to, then don't be a horny VTuber.
Bro,
Like, I'm
those
pretty sure
down bad
they do.
confessions, live streams, they are so fucking funny, dude.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, here's the thing. They already happen with wholesome VTubers and random chicks. What the fuck makes you think as a bitch who's always talking about her pussy that's not gonna happen? Like, actually retarded, bro.
on top of that, they have other. I'm pretty sure they do research before they get into that field to know what
And
to
then there's that
expect. So you can't just be surprised when it first time happens.
Yeah, see,
It's
thank
gonna-
you. I don't know, man. Like I said, it's just...
I
And again, I'm
the
doing this
shock
for your
as the
own
first
good.
Time, yeah, that could be happening because it's your first time being exposed to it, or actually happening. It happened
But
to you.
you've
and
witnessed
not
someone
reading
else
it off the
happening it.
internet.
And you know what's crazy wild is
I
that...
can accept the shock the first time.
Fair enough, right? Yeah, fair enough. But again, don't be that surprised, though. Like, the shock, sure, but don't be surprised.
That's
really
what I'm
where
saying.
at.
Like the shock is okay. The surprise.
Okay, that's fair. I guess we're splitting the two
Eh,
differences.
I have a final question for you guys,
Mhm.
and that is, cheating disc, like for video games.
Cheating
You
disc.
remember back in the 2000s when we had like cheat
Game
codes
Sharks?
and then, yeah, Game Sharks, things like that. Should they make a comeback? Not quite like cheat codes, but like cheat discs.
I never.
They can't. They literally can't. They can't make a comeback the way the modern shit work. Like, dead ass, bro. It just... Because back then, like, just because how old and the way it worked, like, because the way it stored RAM and this and that, sure, but modern, you literally can't, bro. It can't even if it wanted to.
There's two
Go
things
on.
about this.
No, that's it.
Is
Cheat codes,
that
yes, though.
I never heard of the cheat disc because I never had a PC like that when I was.
No,
young.
it's a PS2 thing, bro. It was
Oh,
a PS2,
PS2.
PS1, and 64. Yeah, it's a
Got
Game Shark. What you would do is put your copy of Marlo or something, then you put the Game Shark, and because it still stores the stuff in there, or you put your copy of
Wait, you do it
Marlo.
the other way around.
Yeah, or some shit. But you said there's some way of like, either you spoof the system or you spoof the game, and you can do shit that normally isn't
Oh,
allowed
that's
or
crazy.
intended.
You're crazy.
But
No,
on top of
it's-
that, we have a modern way of doing it. We had it since the PS3. It's called jailbreaking
Oh.
or hacking. That's all that was, dude. It was literally like.
So what if we take the evolved version of cheat disk and we have jailbreak USBs?
Well,
No.
again, the problem with that is that Sony and Microsoft really don't like that, especially Nintendo. And here's the bigger problem: is I would love for it. I would love for it to come back.
This is illegal activities.
No. It's the thing. I think for sure, like what you're getting at is like if we could have it like a publicly available product, you could just go at Walmart or something, right? So you don't have to go some dude, whatever, and you could just put it in. Like here's your USB. Oh, here's some this and that. I mean, literally at the end of the day, what that is, because here's the thing: all cheat codes was just a code for you to do a modification, like stuff in the game, and people did that back then because it was easier than anything else. Like there was people that couldn't beat some of their games, right? Because they weren't that good. Fair enough. And they would do the cheat code for like infinite lives or this that to help them. That's the original things for cheat codes or the systems. Like for GoldenEye, why did they have big heads? So they can better test the hitboxes. Like most cheat codes exist for practical reasons. The reason they went even to this day is there are better, easier, faster ways to test it, and you just put it away. And then they started making them more fun as like a bonus. But then people forgot about that. That's all cheats are. They're like the pre-mods. Right? So yeah, I would want to return the cheat codes, absolutely, 100%. But he's specifically talking about even for our own, because there's some things that like. But the problem with that is that they can still make it, right? You can still if they were moderated, you can make it where these only work for offline, right? But the biggest problem is that
I figured that would be like the main selling point. It's like for offline games.
And here's the thing,
Online,
why
that would just create like the most heinous virus.
here's the problem with it to a degree, and again, it could be like I think I would love for either cheat codes or at least that, because again, the thing about the jail sharks, why would you pick them up? But there's the cheat codes. They will have things that there are still some cheats, like quote, that the developers wouldn't even keep in, or there's some things that you would make your own cheats that it would do. Like someone would code it to where, like, say for example, maybe someone didn't suck, but they added, let's say 3 bombs and extra lives. Someone can make it like, nah, they get all the lives and all the bombs, or they can 2 times speed the game, right? These are things that they coded in themselves. That's what that is, right? Whereas now it'd be easier, like, it's just like a jailbreak stick and whatever. The main reason they don't allow it is because at the end of the day, it would either need a kernel access, well, I think that's the proper term, and where it needs to actually get inside the hardware and everything. And for the most part, trust me, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo are not okay with that at all. Or you would need support from the game, and in which case most game developers don't even bother thinking about that. And why would it's extra effort? Trust me, like I can, to a degree, I sympathize. Just adding literally one thing can take like a week to a month. It's a pain in the fucking ass. And at the end of the day, is it really gonna sell copies? Well, actually, now it would. But if every game has it, not really. I mean, think about it. How many people really cared when cheat codes went away? Surprisingly, not that many. Same way we lost backwards compatibility. Now we only care because we've been away from it for so long. Like we were used to it, but we were more focused on the game itself, as you should be. In my opinion, I think you should more. I prioritize like making a good game above cheats or even this, that, whatever. But again, clearly, like I said, I would rather we have something that is built in by the developers, which makes more sense. There is no kernel access or anything. But if we could, and it's not happening, because at the end of the day, even if it was okay and maybe they didn't need kernel access, at the end of the day, it's up to Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo if they are allowed any third-party application. I mean, dude, look at how cucked these new systems are for even any third-party support control. And part of it's because they don't want anything bad. Like, good example, because there could be a bad Game Shark, and it could just fry your system. That's why there is quality control. Same with Microsoft. It sucks. That's why a lot of gamepads aren't working. But part of it is for quality control. That's the reason why they are allowed to do. Like, why kind of like, yeah, part of it. So then, because guess what? You say you buy a third-party Xbox control, then it breaks your whole house for some weird reason. Well, they're just gonna blame the Xbox. They're not gonna blame the company that made that controller. They're gonna blame Xbox. And again, that's why they are entitled to a decent amount to regulate third-party. It's just that they've gone to an extreme amount, to where they just cuck you. Like they cuck their own products. That's the real problem. So it's like until they can get their third-party controller support down, we're not seeing anywhere near that kind of level of fucking USB shit, and it has to be super mega regular. And here's the thing, they always hated it from the start. So as far as I'm concerned, it's not happening. It's not making the comeback. You know, so again, like I said, I'm glad I'm such a nerd on this shit, and even as a dev, it's like, homie ho, you have no idea. So right now, our best hope is cheat codes, because at the end of the day, that's all they were cheat codes. And then you hope the developers don't booty water cheat codes, which we never, by the way. I'm going to put cheat codes in my game, because I'm going to use that as a way to actually test if I know how to do it. Like, if I know how to actually dev in Unreal, I should be able to put cheat codes. That's my test. You know, we'll probably put like a fun one here or there, but, you know, don't expect too much.
Thank you. That was actually quite more insightful than I thought it would be.
I mean, you know, I get it. It's a very surface level thing, but like I said, you can kind of get to where it's at, and especially, and like I said, Game Sharks are just an expansion of cheat codes. Cheat codes are just cheat codes that the developers want you to use, whereas Game Sharks are like, nah, you get all the cheats. You know, kind of shit.
I remember when I had one of these cheat discs. I used it on Resident Evil 4 because I was so shit at the game.
Wait, what the hell? What cheat codes did you have on that bitch?
If I remember correctly, it was maximum. It was infinite health, maximum pesetas, all upgrades available, and something else. I don't remember. I think it was infinite health for Ada or something.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like cheat codes should really be like. I know part of the reason, like, obviously, no. First of all, I guarantee you that those were already enabled by default, so the developers and they got rid of it. And part of the philosophy was like, also they don't get tempted to use it. But I'm like, dude, I think cheat codes should be allowed because, like, bro, if someone really sucks or they want to, like, they're gonna. First of all, it's satisfying to pull off cheat codes. That's the first things first. And people who are hardcore are not gonna use cheat codes. Like, dude, when I play GTA, like, when I do a real run, I don't use a single cheat code. I only use cheat codes when I'm dicking around and shooting the police. That's the only time I use cheat codes. But when I'm playing the campaign and I'm saving, you know when you go, oh fuck off, you know what I mean. You know when you go on the random rampages, like, okay, that's like half of the fun of GTA. Like, come on now. Like, that's the only time I use cheat codes. But if I'm playing the story mode, bro, and I'm saving, there is not a single cheat. And on top of that, too, cheating can cause corruption in your game saves. So, fun fact, never save with cheats enabled. Like, that is a golden rule I learned in the PS2 era. Because at the end of the day, they are basically bugs.
Dude, I was so lucky that it never like fucked with my game disc. But I remember like with the QTEs or the chainsaw guys, if you ever died to those, your game was permanently soft locked.
And I guess another thing again, and how I say why cheating, like, at the end of the day, it's a fun tool. You should be allowed. Same with like mods and shit. And to me, the other reason why I don't think it's as big of a problem is that here's what I would do: make it where you lock saving so you can't corrupt save files because people are gonna be pissed. That's number one. And two, they already do it. Like, oh, but they didn't really beat the game. Yeah, dude, when you put cheats enable in any game, it disables trophies. I don't know if people knew that. Like, a lot of games
it gives you a warning like every time. I have yet to find a game that doesn't give you a warning past PS3.
Dude, I think the only game that doesn't give you a warning is it if I'm not mistaken, isn't it GTA 4? Like, doesn't GTA 4 not care if you use cheats? I could be wrong.
I have no idea.
And I think that's the only game I can think of. I'm a cap. The only one. And to be fair, the cheats aren't like super like broken. If I'm being honest. If anything, if GTA feels weird without cheats, I'm a cap. But yeah, there you go. That's the whole thing. If anything, to me, it's like bring cheats back. And if anything, also give us the mod thing. The other reason why I think we need a combination of first of all, bring cheats back. And second, can we do what Bethesda did when it came to mods? Like, can we make it where mods are on PC, they can be on console too? Like, to me, because that's the thing about, like, I'm sorry, bro. Some people will just never give a shit about PC. Deal with it. But to have people miss out on, like, some cool-ass shit, and it's super well-regulated.
Like Brutal Doom for the Doom series.
Yeah. Like basically developer-approved fan mods, or you can make your own levels, like with Doom, fucking 2016.
Oh yeah.
Like, why if people are creating content, they shouldn't not be able to access it just because they don't feel like fucking with a PC. Because I don't feel like fucking with any of the files and shit. I don't know. I might fuck something up, but it could be like, hey, here's a cloak from Skyrim. You're now a wizard, Harry. Like, let me spend $0 Bethesda dollars on that. Let me get that for free. Gimme. And then, oh my god, look, I have an extra, it's like DLC, it's like fan-made DLC. Yeah. But I feel like seriously, that's why I feel like it needs to be company moderated. Like, once the game is like dead, okay, like come on, bro, because I'm gonna be honest, there should not be well over 100 mods or something. Like, if there is, cool, but fuck me, ain't no one trying to go through all that those mod menus, bro. That's why I'm glad to, like, horny mods are pointless as fuck. I'm sorry, like, if you're a fan of those, hey, power to you. And if
No,
you're
no,
willing
no,
to go
no,
to the PC
no,
shit,
no. A
but they're
great-
mad
great
pointless to the
Australian-
experience.
A great Australian man said a great quote about porn mods in video games. It's like staring in the sun. You get a good look at it, you can realize it's there, you had your look, and then you look away. You don't really go back for looks.
Pretty much.
You're just a one and done. It's pointless to have it. It's like feeding the gooner brain.
Pretty much. I mean, I guess that's. I think.
I added that last part to myself, but it's more
That
like
is
you get a
outrageous.
good look, you realize what it is, and then you just put it away forever.
I mean, when I first heard about new mods, and even to this day, I think they're more funny than anything. I don't really get no, I just think they're funny as fuck.
I don't think it
I
hurts
mean,
to have.
I mean, like the technical nude mod in the Saints Row series, those were funny.
I did. But yeah, no, like I said, again, I'm not saying, oh, they shouldn't be. Like, yeah, no. I feel like when it comes to over excessive, like, not even just nude mods or things that are mad unnecessary or to the point where they're an entirely different expansion, I think it's perfectly fine if they're only on PC. Because, like, at that point, you're mega hardcore. I'd be surprised, like, well, then why are you on console? At that point, it's like, nah, you should probably be on PC at that point. And then at that point, it's a completely different experience. Like, that's why to me, like, I feel like some small amount of. That's why to me, mods should never be an excuse. Oh, this is why the game's getting. Like, no. The game should be good alone by itself. Mods should not have to fix it or enhance the experience. That's why I'm a big believer of vanilla, whether it comes to cheat codes or even mods, right? Like, a game should be good standing on its own. The mods and all that, it's just more of an enhancement of the experience. Same with, like, a family, like the fighting game community. When it comes to games, I critique them on alone. If I were to 100% include the competitive scene in the FGC, oh, then no, yeah, they're again, this is why I love the FGC and fighting games. Yeah, they're the best things to get into. No community is as god tier as the FGC, besides maybe Tarkov's community, and no games is going to be MLG, besides also Tarkov. But as a product, they suck ass. Like, fighting games are way behind other fucking things, but when it comes to community and MLG, they destroy the competition, bro. Like, good luck trying to find, and 90% of these games don't even touch 1/100th of the skill level that's required in a fucking fighting game. Like, we have games that are, like, literally, like, I'd be playing some games and, like, man, it feels so weird when I dumb myself down when I play other games. And I was like, man, this must be how it, like, must feel for, like, some of those people. Like, to them, it must be a foreign concept. Like, wait, more than 2 attack buttons? Oh, like, what the fuck? Like, wait, I can't just press buttons and it does shit for me? Well, I don't just get magnetized to my enemy? I have to think about spacing? What is this shit? I'm not the main character. I'm not OP. It's balanced. What is this bullshit? And that's to the point. I'm not gonna lie, fighting games have kind of low-key ruined me. Like, that's why I don't have a drive to play a lot of shit.
Dude,
to a degree.
Speaking of the fighting games, though, like, seeing a bunch of the League of Legends player play the fighting games, and they have no idea what any of the concepts mean, and they're
Dude, they haven't even played a real fucking game. It's the same like when the fucking World of Warcraft losers, or developers actually, played fucking Elden Ring, and they just suck mad dick.
But it was so funny to just see all the bitching complaints on Twitter and people asking, "What is fuzzy?"
Oh, that's a bit too advanced. No, okay, see, that's too advanced. No.
I used the wrong joke, but just
No,
like,
I get you.
you know,
I get you. No, because I guarantee you some said that shit. Because all it took was one fucker in chat to say that shit, and then they're like, what the fuck's a fuzzy?
what is throw tech?
Okay, that's around their level. They should at least know throw tech. But you know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's why people were saying, dude, the scrub codes for League is going to be golden. I'm ready for that shit, dude.
Oh my god, dude, are you going to be
Just think about it.
eating, like, I'm going to be eating, like, edible gold
We
steak
already have
from all
scrub
this?
quotes of normies in the big 3. Tekken, Street Fighter, and Mortal Kombat. Specifically Mortal Kombat. Like they know how to play the game and everything, and they still scrub quote, and they're normies. Imagine people who don't even play a real fucking game. Like let's again, bro. You are dumber than the average COD, 2K, FIFA, and Mortal Kombat player. That's wild, dog. Because here's the thing: at least they're playing a fucking game. They're not very good games.
Wait, you're saying
Playing a
Mortal
game.
Kombat's a game?
Yes, wait, definitely over League, bro. Because here's the thing: I'll play COD. Heck, I'll fucking play fucking NFL. That's just the shit.
You'll play
Well, it's the
COD,
old ones.
but you won't play Team Deathmatch COD. Very disappointing.
Oh my! Shut the fuck up. See,
Alright,
look at this pussy ass normie. Look at this normie playing Team
This
Deathmatch.
is all the time I have. Thank you.
I play Kill Confirm to get more XP.
Wait, really? Is it a really good way to get XP? I didn't know that.
Yeah, because you get XP.
20. Okay, so you get 25 for the tag and 100 for the kill.
Oh shit! Well, fuck me.
So you basically get an additional 25 XP.
I did
which
not
to
know
me,
that.
was double XP
See,
without double
this is
XP.
how you know I'm a mad casual COD. See, I'm in a weird spot. See, it's with fighting games. Like, I play COD casually, but let's be real, I'm a fucking sweat.
But you don't really play it casually, because to me, casually would be like Team Deathmatch, just casually, and I'm a casual.
Bro, dude, everything, dude. Unless you're playing hardcore, everything's casual. Fuck off. I just don't like playing team because it's so boring. I want to have an objective, dude. That's all it is.
But isn't it kind of... You know what? We gotta play COD. I want to see if you actually go for objective or not. That's what
Dude, that's like 90% of what I do in most games. Like, dude, the only time I don't go for objective is when I get a new gun and I want to try it out. Like, that's the only... Outside of that, dude, I literally play objective like a motherfucker.
Because I have a lot of receipts that I play mainly objective. Especially when I hit that 2-minute mark and no one in my team even hit a minute. That's when I screenshot it.
The only time you can say I'm not playing objective is like, oh, I have to go watch this area because our teammates keep getting flanked. But even then, I'm still playing objective. And that's why I like playing those, because I can have like a game plan. When you're playing Team Deathmatch, there is no game plan. You just run around like a fucking headless chicken.
It's because you don't know how to use it. You don't know how to use the game plan. You're lost on that part. It's okay to be lost in that part.
Dude, people are random. That's why I don't like Team Deathmatch. People are fucking random. They can have a dude camping in the spot you'll never fucking go, or you can have some dude like this is why I can't do Team. It's too random. Well, in domination, you know people have to come to this objective. So there are different ways where I can set a claymore here. I can do this. You can plan and have shit happen. I like doing that because I'm not retarded.
Oh, I see. So you can't. Use
the big words.
Hold on, time. He can't plan live. He has to plan pre.
What planning? You just run and shoot. There is no planning.
Exactly. You got to think of the basic people who just run and shoot.
Like,
okay, they're gonna be there. All
No.
I'm saying is...
And especially with how laggy the fucking game is and its shitty ass hit registration. No. Fuck that shit. And the thing is, like, dude, I have god tier reactions, so that's not the issue either. It's just like, dude, no, people are random as fuck. I cannot sit here. Oh, I react. I take the first, and then there's a dude that comes to the left. There's like, there's no planning. But if I know, oh, this is okay, my base is behind me. They can only come from these directions. I can prepare, or at least, oh, I know my teammates not there. Then I gotta watch my back a little bit more. But like Team Deathmatch, dude, the world's your oyster, bro. You can get shot from anywhere.
I think you're playing free fall.
Basically, I hate luck shit. Team Deathmatch is luck as fuck.
That is insane.
Same with Battle Royales. I just don't like luck.
You could even
it's the same reason I hate Tekken. Tekken's luck-based as fuck as well. Like, there's a fine, like, dude, there's even a whole thing about, I'll send it to you, bro, that any game, video game, whatever, even chess, there are things there's this luck to skill ratio. I like things that lean more towards skill over luck. Team Deathmatch for COD is, I'm not sure how, I don't know what the exact formula is, but it definitely is the most luck-based mode out of all of them. Like, COD in general has skill, obviously. Not to the degree that people think it does, but no, it has skill, I'm not gonna deny. But it's not at the level like Counter-Strike or fucking, like, Ready or Not. Like, those games are way more fucking MLG. And also those games are also way less luck-based. Who would have thought? But yeah, no, fucking... Whatever, I'm done. I'm done with this conversation. I just fucking like I don't mind playing Team Deathmatch, but it's not my go-to mode, man. It doesn't get me rock hard, all right?
You know what does get me rock hard? You clicking that subscribe and like button, turning on the bell notifications.
I bet you do.
You know that
I bet you do.
Also, like, dude, like here's the thing why I also don't like Team Deathmatch is like, if your team sucks, you just lose. In a game like Domination, your team can suck, you could still make it because you held objective. That's the other reason too. You can win more.
Damn straight.
Even though my teammates still suck and I lose because they can't hold objective, so.
Also, what makes you a better
Damn
gamer
straight.
is if you go to the valshop.com and get yourself this 10% off T-shirt.
Man, I don't think I'd ever do that kind of shit on my shit unless it's something I'm selling or I personally actually use. That's just my golden rule.
10% off creatine.
Oh, dude, I hope to God I would get sponsored by creatine. I'm a cat. I would totally be down.
That would be crazy.
You know what? That's my dream sponsorship right there.
Hell no, I just saw what you posted. Then, is there anything else you guys want to talk about, or are we?
Shoot, man, you guys.
I asked my last question. Oh, comes a new voice actor.
Oh boy, here we go.
That's a good one.
And that's how I slayed the Jabberwocky. The end.
You know what? You're just gonna have to catch up with what we said earlier because I dead ass forgot everything we just said. Outside of we were just what the hell did we just talk about? Like literally 10 seconds ago.
Literally
we were talking about COD.
Oh yeah, Team Death.
subscribers
Yeah, I was
via
just
team.
harping this dumbass motherfucker for being a Team Deathmatch whore.
I forgot to mention. I wanted to ask her, but do you know who Bella the Wolf is?
No.
No, really?
Wait, hold on, I'm
Okay,
gonna
so
type that.
you don't
Who?
either.
Because I
Alright,
think
then-
you asked me earlier.
Yeah, that's the thing I asked you earlier to see if it's even worthy to bring it up in the pod. But you know, if
Okay,
no
Who
one,
the
Wolf?
fuck is Bella the Wolf?
if no one knows who it is, it's not even worth bringing it up. We'll just pass
Bella.
that.
Because the other thing I know that has wolf in their name that's a chick is
Kiki Wolf girl from 343.
no. What's it called? Sniper Wolf. Yeah, there we
Oh,
go.
Sniper Wolf. That's crazy.
Yeah, dude, I've never heard of this bitch in my life. All I see is Pat God versus Bella the Wolf, and then I see
Oh yeah.
that
So
one
you've
on
seen
the
that stuff,
video.
right? I know I didn't post that, so you've seen that eventually.
Hold on. Is she famous or something?
So far, it's been like, you know how there's a lot of people are like pretty big YouTubers we might not even know, right? It's in like a different algorithm. So this algorithm is the Gaijin community. Is that what I'm saying it right? Gaijin?
Okay.
So
Genshin?
Genshin, thank you. Genshin.
Oh, Genshin.
Yeah.
Oh, Genshin Impact?
No, he's talking about Yoon. Genahi!
Genshin.
To be fair,
Gaijin?
what came first, Genshin or the
Gaijin? You talking about the term that people use for foreigners in Japan?
No, the you know how like Shibi, your Shibi?
Okay, Chibi, yeah.
Chibi?
Yeah, Chibi. So what came first, Shibis or this Gaijin thing?
What?
Wait, Genshin or Gaijin?
Genshin.
Okay, look, Vile, is English your third language?
Dude, I swear to God, I'm
Is-
telling him
Is
that
he
shit.
learning language right?
This is
Is he learning
Japanese.
the English
Wait,
language?
Genshin Impact or Genshin the word? Because that
The
Genshin is a
impact.
word.
Impact.
Oh, the game. The game.
Yeah, the
Genshin
game.
Impact.
Yes.
Of course,
Jeez.
Chibi's like, dude, Genshin Impact is like barely new. Chibi's
Okay,
have existed
so-
for years.
So let me. I was trying to get this straight. Right?
Carry on, though, carry on.
So this new area of these little short things, whatever you want to say. They she does like a lot of weird videos with the little characters. She made fun of I guess a YouTuber. She made one where like she's stabbing the YouTuber dog. That dog that actually died. And she makes like she's like kill all soldiers and whatnot.
What the fuck?
Very vile stuff, which I'm
Yeah,
surprised
that's
is
out of
passing.
pocket.
It's passing
What the fuck
YouTube.
kind of weird shit are you into?
So-
your Vile notes?
So this isn't. Yeah, I'm talking about the stuff in my vow notes. And
I'll
keep
bet,
in
I'll
mind,
bet.
I follow Pat God. I'm not following that.
And no wonder
creator.
Pat God treated her.
Yeah. So Pat God is that guy.
Pat God is the guy.
He's
He is
like
the guy.
he roasts people very.
He does, and he's
badly.
really good at it.
Yeah, he doesn't stutter whatsoever, and people try to. This time he actually let people say something, but they just not good as him.
Yeah,
So-
no, they're not. They can't cook like he can.
So I don't know this person too much. All I know is that I guess I've been following this guy named Steak. That's his YouTube channel, believe it or not. And it's the profile picture of the Minecraft Steak. He's like I don't know what his content is. He played as a judge for this case. I guess I guess he's like a controversial YouTuber or some type of way, maybe. She hired a dude to be her dad for the court case and whatnot.
What the fuck?
then she hired an actor because I don't know if she's trying to hide from her parents of what she really be posting on the internet. Because to me,
True,
if I
true,
catch my
true.
kid posting that, oh dude, it's on site. I'm sending them to the orphanage.
Well, that's the difference. Like, if we, like, for us having kids, because we're raised with the internet, so we would know. Like, it's not going to be hard.
But,
Like, if I find out for an instant that my daughter's doing some really shisty shit on the fucking internet, if she's doing anything on the internet, I'm most likely going to find out very shortly.
Yeah.
Because, like, obviously, this person knows how to edit, and it is very scary that this individual knows how to edit and all that stuff. But then, on top of that, so after all the explosions, exposing that the guy did and all that stuff, she lost like 100 cases. Right?
Explosions or exposing?
Exposed.
Exposing.
Whatever. Carry on.
I corrected myself. Calm down there. She still gains a lot of followers. So I don't know if this is like a children on internet, shouldn't it be on internet type of thing, or what's the
No,
deal?
100%. It's definitely that.
Because this is outrageous. I can't believe this person's making money out of this.
Dude, this is what this is, dude. This is the trend of what happens when you let these dumbass young people on the internet. This is like, look at the TikTok people. Like, dude, half of these people are way too fucking young. The only reason they're famous is like, dude, a lot of it's simping, both guys and girls. And these younger generation, dude, they're genuinely stupid. Like these are the dumbasses. There was a
they're
trend.
smoking nitrous oxide. How stupider can you get? And I use a
Exactly.
word that doesn't even exist.
Like, bro, literally these dumbasses. Like, this is the fame. Like, yeah, they'll lose because those people are not stupid, but they're gonna gain them back because there's even more stupider kids these days. Because these are the dumbasses. Their parents is, oh, here you go, here's the iPhone, your iPhone generation, and they go on TikTok and kid. Like I said before, this is why kids shouldn't be on the internet. Super impressionable. Oh man, let's do the bleach Tide Pod challenge. Hey man, everybody, go steal something from your school. Like that was a trend.
Oh yeah,
Like, literally,
that's going.
you are publicly committing crimes.
As of now, as of August, Citra 2024, it is not smoking nitrous oxide, mostly from a company called Galaxy Gas, but they don't want you to know that.
Yeah, like, dude, literally, these kids are super impressionable and super stupid. Like, literally, kids should not be on the internet both as a content creator and as a consumer, because that's what it is. Seriously, you look at the... You didn't realize, that's why, too, I don't get butthurt. Well, I never did. But especially, like, in Twitter, like, you realize, like, dude, these are kids. Not just mentally, you know, like, the stupid developers, they're mentally kids. But no, they're literally, like... Because no grown adult has this much time to spend on the fucking internet. You know, like, no, this is living proof. Kids should not be allowed on the internet. Like you said, oh, out here to pretend to be their fucking parent. Like, dude, no.
Dude, that is wild to me. Because if this person was a minor, because again, I don't know who this individual is.
It'd be more sad if they were.
No, I think at this point, I think they are. Yeah. Oh, yeah, true.
No,
I mean, but let's be real.
More sad.
But here's the thing, though. There's already so many people that aren't minors, and they're just as stupid.
You know, and then I wanted to blame this. I'm gonna blame this to the Paulers because I'm pretty sure this is from their era. Person that was probably.
I mean,
like 5 years
I'm gonna put it
old.
like this: people always say, "I'll blame the parents." I mean, yeah, it's the parents, but you know what? At this point, I'm blaming the government more. Like, bro, this is why we need to have regulation. Like, same. Not everyone should be allowed to vote. Not everyone should be allowed to have kids. Just dead ass. If people are like, "Oh, we need this government interference," fuck that shit. We need more. That's where I'm at. Nah, we need involved in more shit. Just not in certain things.
I'm not a YouTube Kids app person, so I don't know if YouTube Kids do shorts or whatnot. But like, I don't know.
YouTube Kids sucks dick.
I don't know if they're actually pushing the.
YouTube will only push it if they're getting in trouble for it or losing money. That's it. They don't actually care. That's really the gist of it, honestly.
Do we need an adpocalypse again?
God.
I am joking. I am joking. YouTube.
Bro, do you have any idea how many of my videos? This is weird. Some of my
Hashtag
videos
right.
don't get full monetization, and I have no idea why, and I don't bother on like. I don't want to be noticed by YouTube. Like, you know what? Whatever. Maybe a detected retard, and they got offended for some reason.
Didn't you get partial monetization for the meme that we did?
No, that one's fully monetized. And the thing is, it's bipolar, bro. I don't know what's going on. I don't know, and I don't care. I'm like, you know what? As long as I'm getting money, I don't care. And if I don't, I still don't care. Because the rest of the videos are monetized, so that's good.
We didn't swear in this episode, so this episode.
I did. I always do. I never don't.
What are you on? Everyone's been swearing this entire time. Even during the time when you were basically in the void and you were just like sleep, like we've been fucking swearing all fucking day.
What I've noticed, it'll demonetize my vibe, or not demonetize, but partially, depending on what the topic is. And what's weird, one of them is like, it was the political cast. It didn't demonetize that one. Like, I would have thought it would have demonetized this one, but no. But the one
if we say our favorite word, SUCIDAL, I think I spelled it wrong.
So good.
I didn't even follow to be
I think what it is, I'm a cap. I think because like, when I say retard, I already said it, so I don't care anymore.
Oh yeah.
Unaliving yourself topics.
Oh, have you done those? I don't think.
Maybe. A question mark? I don't know. Like I said, we're here to talk about what the hell's on our mind.
Isn't that crazy?
So I don't care. You know what I'm saying? That's more important to me. That's more important than whatever fucking money we get from this shit.
I didn't realize that we re-sanitized the word suicide for the longest until I was watching this ad for like veterans. It's called Veteran TV, where they just go like crazy. Like they're like,
well,
oh yeah, we don't censor anything.
Man, what the fuck are they gonna talk about? Remember war? Yeah, me too. Like, what the fuck are they gonna talk about?
No, so like
I mean, they might have a war story, dog.
They do documentaries, they do comedy skits, they do
The war almost blew up.
they show
Me
things.
too.
I'm up and then act like I don't know no.
Oh my, oh that's my favorite, dude. I love that. That dude, you are a legend, sir.
They show things that television usually don't show. I guess that's basically it.
Whatever.
Hold on, greatest. Have you seen the gentleman version of that?
I think I did actually.
It's like, I am going to spoof a place into a disastrous result and then act aloof amongst my peers.
Hell no. Anyways, though. Anyways, you got anything else you wanted to get your chest off, Mar? I feel like I said you have the most. I mean, heck yeah. I don't think I brought up a single thing for once. Maybe one thing. I don't know.
We'll keep it that way for this episode.
I mean,
I don't really got anything else to say. I already put it in like the video that I uploaded, so I'm fine.
I ended up walking into the void while we were talking about Devil May Cry and that, but I did want to kind of go back to that just to recommend people, if you never played Devil May Cry 3, please go play Devil May Cry 3 because it's a fucking incredible game.
I mean, it's literally one of the best hack and slashes of all time, and primarily as a technical game. Like I seen a great video talking about what makes an action game, and believe it, I didn't realize that even though we all think God of War is a hack and slash, it is. But it isn't an action like it's not as combo centric as like
that game is about brutality.
I hate to say it, but it's repetitive.
Yeah, no, and the thing is, it doesn't have combo expression like DMC. That's like neutral.
Yeah, exactly.
They're the same. Sure, I agree.
The combo is press circle to knock Zeus's face into the pavement. That's literally the combo.
And I'm okay with that. Like that's fine.
I am too. It's fucking awesome.
It's historically accurate, so it's cool.
Yeah, but regardless, what I'm getting is that, and even then, and here's the thing about God of War, why I still say it's more hack and slash. Like people don't realize what makes a hack and slash is like, in God of War, you still do get combo options. They're not as deep as DMC, right? Because you get square, square, triangle, circle. But it's like in most games, like it's not as predetermined. Like there is still some floating. That's like in God of War, if you want to launch, you can choose to launch or not. Whereas in other games, like no, you do square, triangle, circle. That's all you can do. You know what I'm saying? In God of War, like you can square, and you can, you know what I'm saying? Like there is still like freedom. That's why it's still closer, but it's just not as deep. Basically, Mortal Kombat. No. God of War is like the Mortal Kombat of hack and slashes. It's very simple. It does have combos, but they're very simple. But they're still combos nonetheless. All right, that's the best way to put it. Whereas DMC's just buck wild as shit. Like there's a lot of shit. Like you can say like in God of War, you can square. There's only so many moves you can link after that, right? Manually. Same with like a launch, and you can launch. When you launch, actually, there's quite a bit of freedom in God of War, but at the same time, no. And like in DMC, you launch, basically anything can go into that, and after that, the world's your oyster. Whereas in God of War, there's a limited amount of things that can go into that. Here's the best way to put it: think of God of War, like I said, not just Mortal Kombat. Think of it as like Street Fighter V's combo system. Those who know, you know. That's about it. That's as far as I'm gonna go.
I guess I want to ask which God of War.
I mean,
Not okay. Not the PS4 ones. Those suck ass. Those are garbage. I'm talking about the
Walker boy.
Like, no. That has the problem of no. It has it. You don't. There is no launch. Like no. You press up. There's only 3 things you can do. No. Old God of Wars actually had combos. This shit is not combos, bro. No. That's just repetitive combo. That's combo. Or my bad. Button repetition. That's just memorization. There's no actual combos. Like in God of War, you don't need to actually know the combos. All you need is like maybe square. And like triangle, and that's it. But the rest you can make on the fly. You get what I'm saying? Like in God of War, there is still some creativity. You only need to know maybe 1 or 2 combinations for each weapon, and that's it. From there, you can mix and match. You get what I'm saying? Like, Hades sword. Doing to super. You know what I'm saying? And again, it has that because dude, everyone knows this. Not a secret. God of War was heavily inspired by Devil May Cry, hands down. But it streamlined a lot of things. Whereas, and that's what people don't get is that in there is like when people make combos in Devil May Cry. The game never told you this shit. You just came up with them in your own. The problem with God of War is that, like I said, it's not as creative. And the thing about God of War is, since it's not as combo focused, dude, even when I remember still, I haven't played that much. I think I'm up at 2 right now. You can kind of just do the same shit and get away with it. To be fair, DMC is the same, but DMC is more boring than God of War. Like, God of War can still be entertaining doing square some bullshit into, like, super and some shit. You could do the same. It's a lot easier to do the same shit. There's only so much. And you can kind of carry yourself. Whereas in DMC, homie, if you learn better combos, holy shit does that carry you through the fucking game, you know? Yeah, that's a weird thing to get about a nuance. But again, most people don't even know that because most people play, Dark Souls, I'm gonna dodge, I'm gonna do square, and dodge, do square. You know, like, see, look at that, bro. These are...
Actually, it's R1, not square.
Cap, I think God of War's harder than Dark Souls. I know it's gonna be a hot take for sure.
That is not a hot take.
Oh, thank God.
That's definitely not a hot take. That's pretty fucking cold.
Now, saying Dark Souls 2 is worse than Dark Souls 1, that's where it can be competitive.
Demon Souls is the best one they've ever made.
No, there's nothing competitive about that. There's just Dark Souls is better. The fact of the matter is, best FromSoft game is Elden Ring, and everyone should just stop complaining. Because if it's not Elden Ring, then it's Sekiro, and that's where it stops. The entire other conversation, everything else doesn't exist.
Wait, what
Like I
about the
said,
new
for me-
game? Wolong.
Like I said, the
Crazy
best.
you did not say Bloodborne.
I was gonna say, to me, the best one has to be Demon's Souls. Like, okay, like we're talking obviously the whole company. It's Armored Core series, obviously. But as far as their Dungeons and Dragons games, Demon's Souls did it way too fucking good. The immersion's on god tier. Like there is nothing like Demon's Souls. But as far as like there's Souls-like games, I want to see Bloodborne.
If you were able to change the gameplay for Demon's Souls, what FromSoft game would you put it in?
Wait, what?
Sekiro.
I kind of want to go.
Sekiro gameplay in Demon's Souls. That would be.
Yeah, I think it would
I'm
work.
thinking more Bloodborne.
I think
Because
both could work. Both can work.
If it's the similar aesthetic.
Well, here's the thing.
If you're going aesthetically, that makes sense. But like, I feel like the gameplay itself of Sekiro would make more sense in Demon's Souls.
Well, actually, no. Actually, believe it or not, no. I think more blood. The biggest problem is because in Demon's Souls, there are bosses you can't parry, and Sekiro's a very parry fucking heavy game. And the other thing about Demon's Souls is this is why people don't realize. See, take it from some. Like I said, go watch the video, guys. You won't get it. I have it in later thing. I don't want to talk about too much. I want to make a video about it. But the thing is, people don't realize like Sekiro isn't the same thing as like I feel like there's Souls like and then there's Souls like it's a nuanced thing, right? Let's just say there's Souls games like the ones that 100% are the formula of Dark Souls, right? And that's Dark Souls 1 through 3. And I would say probably like Elden Ring. I think then there's ones that are kind of similar. I would say Bloodborne is very close, but it kind of is its own thing. And I played it because there are some fundamental differences. I think Sekiro 100% is completely its own thing. It's definitely inspired in the Souls.
It's a really cool rhythm game.
But it's too it deviates too much. Where I don't think like it's an action. Like again, everyone Ninja Gaiden, Neo, Souls like these are all action / games, but there are key differences. I think Sekiro is just too different to consider it a Souls game. Like Souls like sure, but not Souls. It's same like I think Neo 100%. Calling it a Souls-like feels like an insult to me, because here's the thing: anyone who doesn't know me, I don't like Souls games. I really don't. I don't vibe with them at all. That's why I can't stress enough that I don't. Demon's Souls 100% is not a Souls game. It is a Demon's Souls game. It is its own thing. Like these are like fighting games. Demon's Souls is not the same as Dark Souls. Dark Souls is not the same as Sekiro. And Sekiro and Dark Souls are not the same as Neo. Like they fundamentally are too different from each other. Like the only thing, like seriously, like Neo, people think, oh, it's a Souls like just because it has combat that's that's purpose, and you have to collect your souls. It's like that's it. Outside of that, like homie, the combat is mad fucking different. And the thing about Demon's Souls, here's the thing about Demon's Souls that makes it different. It has a similar-ish combat to Dark Souls, 100%. Like I'll give them that. But here's the key difference: the way the game is approached is not the same. Demon's Souls focuses far more on immersion than Dark Souls. Like and the way you approach bosses says that every boss in Demon's Souls is not approached like a Dark Souls boss. Like, good example, like the first one, like the Giant Knight, literally they're all gimmick bosses. Like, you're supposed to aim for the weakness in the knees. You don't dodge roll in Demon's Souls. Dark Souls is about learning patterns and rolling. That is what that game is. And someone said, there's a great quote from a dude, it's like, Dark Souls is just a shitty action RPG game. If I wanted a better RPG, I played Bethesda games. If I wanted a better action game, I played Ninja Gaiden. I was like, fuck me, thank you. Like, Dark Souls tries to be two things and fails at both.
Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor Edge, I'm not gonna lie.
I can see why people didn't like it. But Demon's Souls, no, it's its own thing. That's why I love Demon's Souls. Dark Souls tries to be two things and fails at both. Whereas Neo actually tries to be an action and an RPG, and it succeeds. Which is why I like Neo. Neo is hell of an RPG, hard as fuck. And it's hell of an action game.
Phone, bro. We can hear every tap.
Yeah.
Oh, you can?
Oh, was that
Yeah,
you
we can
tapping?
hear all the vibration
that
sounds from
is
your phone.
Funny.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, if anything, you guys, like I said, I'll post the app so you guys can see the video. But it's a good video called "The Lost Art of Demon's Souls," and all it needs to, and one of the best examples how again, fundamentally, the philosophy of the games are just not the same. There's a scene in Dark Souls where, like, you guys know, so when you there's a part you cross, right, and there's arrows coming down. Logically, you think, okay, I'm gonna run forward. The archer is gonna aim for right to compensate, like snipers do, and then you just turn the other way, right? Am I not mistaken? We all think this, right? This is very logical, right? It makes sense that okay, you hear the, so it's traveling straight. Let me turn the other direction so it completely misses me. And even the dude said, like, see, this mimics the best of Demon's Souls. You even have time to think about it. But in Dark Souls, no. You think it's funny because I did that exact thing. I went forward, went back. No, I got hit. Because Dark Souls is a game about dodging at the right moment. It's not about trying to beat the obstacles with thinking. And that's why Demon's Souls and Dark Souls are not the same. Dark Souls is Dodge Souls, the game. Demon's Souls is literally Demon's Souls. You are there as a adventurer. You are there exploring the environment. You don't beat opponents by learning their patterns. You learn by being in the environment. Oh, are these skeleton knights giving you a problem? You start to test and experiment shit, and you're like, oh, these shields are actually pretty good against them. Oh, they're pretty weak against this magic. Oh, they're really good against blunt weapons. When I played Dark Souls, nothing ever incentivized me to pick a specific weapon. Just, oh, stats better, that's it. And then, oh, dodge roll, and that's it. And I found that really boring. But in Demon Souls, I actually found myself paying attention to the gear I wore depending on the environment I was in. Which is something a RPG fucking does. You know, like, holy shit. And like I said, in every boss, like, I love that you don't face them. You don't have to learn their patterns, right? In Demon Souls, I haven't learned, like, I don't think a single fucking pattern in that fucking game. Maybe except for the enemies I face the most. But most of it's like, nah, you just like, you're there as an adventurer. Like, I actually get immersed. Like, I genuinely feel like, oh, I'm actually out beating these opponents. Like, oh, this is a giant dude. Like, it felt like a David versus Goliath. That's why I love, like, one of the first boss fights. It literally, like, dude, how the fuck are you gonna beat him? Let me hit his shins. He falls, and I'm gonna hit him. And that's the boss fight. Like, oh yeah, it could be a bit stupid and boring once you, but like, that is the fight. Everyone has their gimmick. The same with the one dude. Oh, he's blind. You have to try to not make noise, or you can put a ring that makes you silent. Oh, it's way harder for him to find you. Like, there's too many cool and unique moments in Demon Souls. There's not a single fight where you have to dodge roll. Like, you have to find out the boss's gimmick and beat it. Like how old school games used to be. You know, and same with Dark Souls. I can give credit, like, old games were about learning patterns, but it was two things, right? And that's why, to me, like, I don't even call Demon Souls games. Like, no. Because what Souls is now is not what it originally was. Like I said, it is dodge roll the game, and that is boring as fuck to me. But yeah, sorry to go off on a mini tangent about the Souls thing. So that's why I like that conversation. Like, if I were to say a Souls game, I would probably say Elden Ring, because I just don't consider Sekiro or Demon Souls in the same vein. Bloodborne kind of is. And the thing is, there's even people in the Souls community, like, I'm not out of pocket. Even people in the Souls community have made their own chart. Like, you know, like an evolution tree. They say Demon Souls is the OG, and then they see Dark Souls goes to, like, up. Right, like, oh, it's its baby, it's its own kind of thing, and then you see, like, Sekiro's way off over there, and then Bloodborne's kind of in between the two. Because, yeah, Bloodborne is definitely more fast-paced than Dark Souls, but it has a lot of things, and it doesn't have a parry. I mean, it kind of, I don't know. Like I said, I played it, I'm not gonna lie.
It has a parry system, but it's not traditional parry.
Right, exactly. Like, to me, I'm gonna keep it real. I play Bloodborne, I don't think it's a Souls game. It does, because remember, I don't like Souls games. I like Bloodborne, therefore it's not a Souls game. You know, it's like, yeah, that's the best way to put it. If I like it, it's not a Souls game. I just genuinely do not like the core philosophy of Souls games, straight up. Everything about them, I really don't. I find them boring and tedious.
Right so
yeah,
what I'm hearing is you just don't like rolling in an RPG video.
Hell no, it's stupid as shit.
I'm trying to.
And how the
That's
fuck
why
am I
you need to
supposed
play
to?
turn-based RPGs. If there's no reason for all this shit, man, just play turn-based RPGs, guys. Just understand that. That's where you're going.
I hate turn-based games.
You say that, but bro, you already know turn-based fucking games are a niche, bro. Like, most people can't stand turn-based games.
You know what? That should be illegal. If I could make government to gaming.
Whatever.
The government is a turn-based strategy game.
Likes it, man.
The most popular video game franchise in the world is a turn-based RPG.
That is outrageous. I want to see that data.
Wait, did you say fighting game?
He said
No. I said, yeah, the most popular franchise in all of gaming just so happens to be a turn-based RPG.
Actually, it's not as famous. Oh wait, actually, are you talking about Pokemon?
Yeah.
Actually, no. The funny thing about that is, I thought you were talking about Final Fantasy. Like, actually, Final Fantasy is not as big as you think it is. But no, the Pokemon. I forgot. It initially started as something. I mean, I saw the whole documentary about it, but it actually wasn't a turn-based game.
I want to say Pokemon is a little different.
Yeah, no. The thing is, it's a bigger franchise.
Pokemon isn't a little different though, because it's literally just a turn-based RPG. You're playing paper, scissors, rock with a bunch of different creatures. And all you have to do is just match the creature to be stronger than the other creature that you're fighting.
Yeah, but I don't think Pokemon was ever a thing where they attack at the exact same time. You know, they take one attack.
Oh, they had that. They've had that.
Yes, turn-based RPG. You attack, they attack. You attack, they attack. That's a turn-based RPG.
No, he's talking about free movement, like where you can fight at the same time.
Yeah, I'm talking about like in the show. In the show, wasn't it turn-based in the show?
Is the show the video game?
I'm saying the show. It's the show.
No. Here's the thing. Okay, so here's the thing. Pokemon. Here's the thing about Pokemon.
Nah, never mind. Yeah, Pokemon.
Pokemon is one of the biggest franchises in the world. Like, period. It is actually massive. But here's the thing: why? It's not because it's a turn-based game. It's because of its franchise, like because of Pokemon. Like, it was famous in Japan for several reasons because we never.
I'm
Nintendo
not
originally
saying
did
it's
cards.
famous because it's turn-based. I'm saying that it just so happens to be
Yeah,
turn-based and
that's
it's
true.
like
Yeah.
literally up there.
Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely correct, absolutely. But some people might misconstrue it, right? But and the funny thing is, we all know, dude, it got more like. Don't get me wrong, it being a game, 100% helped its popularity. Absolutely, it shot it from like just being a Japan only thing to an American thing. But what shot it globally, 100% was the anime. We can all agree that. Like, I heard about the anime way before about the fucking game. Like, I was like, oh, like I was like, oh man, they made games about the show. Like, that's how most of us thought of Pokemon. And everyone grew up with it, and guess what? Nobody really plays Pokemon anymore. I sure as fuck don't. Most people don't. Or most gamers, right? Some normies do, but most people, like I said at the time, it's more of a franchise, bro. Like there are more hoes with Pokemon underwear than probably that play the game, bro. Like that's facts.
You know what? I'd argue that is very incorrect. And I would also bring up the point that there's still a bunch of dweebs that walk around in every major city trying to catch Pokemon on their phone.
Oh yeah, fuck. Well, yeah, if we count Pokemon Go, that's a whole nother thing. That is for sure. But the thing
I
about
mean,
that is,
that is a part of the franchise still. So yeah, you
yeah,
gotta
no,
add it.
absolutely, no. Again, the main thing we're getting is that it's a franchise. It's strong as shit. Like it's like Dragon Ball on steroids. Like you put Pokemon on anything, that shit will sell. Just straight the fuck up. What's the main reason?
Dragon Ball is a franchise. Pokemon is an empire. Pokemon right now, if they were to open up like a small city that's just nothing but like it could be like literally Pokemon Town, it would somehow within a month become the most famous tourist attraction of all time.
Yeah. And it's so weird.
As a matter of fact, build it right next to Dubai, and like let's see just how fast people will go over there versus Dubai.
Dubai was scared to see foreigners were in their land.
And I think part of the thing is because first of all, everyone's been a child. So, like Pokemon is just a universal appeal. First of all, who doesn't like cute animals? Like, come on now. And they can also fight. Like, so it's like even dudes go, oh yeah, I'll fucks with Charizard, right? Like everyone has like their fucking favorite Pokemon.
That's a red
You know,
flag
like, I think it's just a
this,
universal appeal.
person.
Like, because like I said, at the end of the day, I'll always like Pokemon. I don't give a shit about the games. But like, you know, if someone sees like you know, I'm always oh yo shit, that's tight. You know, like ain't no one who doesn't recognize it. And if I'm being honest. Like, even though people think I'm a Pokemon, like, no, I think the games are ass. That's just cap. But do I hate the franchise? Like, hell no. Like, I like Pokemon. Who doesn't? Like, I don't think I've ever met a Pokemon hater in my life. I'm a cap. Maybe one of you have, but I don't think I've ever met a Pokemon hater.
I was for like 2 years. I was
Christians.
a Pokemon hater.
Christians are Pokemon haters.
That is true.
I was a Pokemon hater for a while, but then I just circled back and appreciated it.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's not something I bust my notes over. Like, it's something I genuinely, and that's why it is such like, an empire, right? Like, same like with Microsoft, like, oh, we all have to deal with it. Do I really love it? Like, no, not really.
Oh,
you know, but it's better than Apple. You know,
that is
it's the same thing with Halo popped off because literally, why is Microsoft so dominant? Linux isn't a real competition for it, and why did Power pop off? Because now there's something to compete with fucking Nintendo. Because Nintendo, low-key for as big as they are, they kind of do slack even on their merchandising. They're just lucky this shit is so big, and whatever. Like if someone else popped up and did as much effort as they did and did it good, like here's a big reason. Okay, good example why Digimon didn't do as good as Pokemon. Their shit's not as cute, and it's not as simple. That's two reasons why Digimon never popped off. Like to me, I look at it and I go, ugh, they look ugly. They're not cute. Don't care. Right?
I would argue the main reason why Digimon went the direction that they did because three main things. One, Digimon, especially the first 3 seasons, they were mainly about like how kids deal through like actual trauma, their parents divorcing and like, you know, siblings dying and shit like that. And essentially Digimon is a show that, number 2, it was more or less about imaginary friends that you essentially just grow bonds with and you grow with them over time, which is why they digivolve in different times and like different situations until the point where you get to the end of the series where you no longer need those imaginary friends anymore, so then they go bye back into the digital world. That's essentially Digimon right there.
Like I'm not saying Digimon's bad by any means, alright? It's just saying like from a clip of like, but yeah,
also Anjuamon has the best Rule 34 of all of these animes, by the way.
Yeah, I did hear it was deep, but like that was actually like that was a good description. That was a lot deeper than I thought it would be. I am not gonna lie, like damn, I felt that. Oh shit, damn, bro, fuck.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, like because obviously, like for me being how old I am, like I grew up during that era of like all of these different monster shows. You had Digimon, Pokemon, Monster Rancher, fucking what was this one with fucking Oh god, it was a stupid one. They had Beyblade, Zoids was a
I'm a
thing.
cap. I love Bakugan.
But yeah, there we go. Bakugan, that was another thing. Which, by the way, that was actually pretty dope too.
I mean, I love the
Yeah.
actual game too. Like, fuck me, the games are good.
Oh, the game itself is crazy that there's an actual competitive scene for Bakugan. Like, I didn't even know until my nephew actually got me on, put me onto it. This shit was insane.
Yeah. But regardless, obviously, all of these mostly popped up because of the money. But I do like that they had different and more nuanced. Like, I'm gonna put it this way: every ripoff Pokemon didn't succeed like Pokemon. Hell no. But I think they did some aspects that it couldn't do way better. Like, I mean, from what I've heard, Digimon Sun's way deeper than Pokemon. But like I said, they all missed the main. Yeah. I mean. Like I said, why is at the end of the day, Pokemon has way cuter animals. Like that is all. It's simple. Cute little stupid rat. Pink, yellow rat. That's it.
You're like, you know what? Fuck your little yellow rat. We're gonna make our cat person turn into a beautiful hot angel lady with thick thighs and massive breasts that covered by golden angel wings. And then she's gonna have a counterpart who's Lady Devimon. And then the Rule 34 is basically them having lesbian sex all the time.
I mean, like I said, I'll say this much: Digimon definitely didn't appeal to me as a kid, but as I grew up more, I'm like, man, I didn't care for it. And I mean, I guess that you guys did on too much because like whatever. But I always did look at Digimon as like Pokemon's for kids and Digimon's for teenagers. That's how I looked at it. I'm like, no, that's a teenager series. That's how, even so at least Digimon gets that for it, right? Because I mean, dude, it's
I would say it was more like Pokemon is like the universal game where everyone can play, and Digimon was more for like the boys because it essentially turned into my little pink butterball turns into a fucking dinosaur. And then that dinosaur turns into a dinosaur, but with missiles. And then that dinosaur with missiles turns into a giant night dinosaur that throws fucking suns at people. Like, it literally gets ridiculous.
Yeah. And it's even funny, the card game is just, like, it's just a ripoff of Magic for Pokemon, if I'm not mistaken.
It kind of is because again, for me being, I guess the card game player here. Now that I'm starting to think of it,
you are like I'm casual as fuck.
Digimon is a decent cross between. I guess you could say there's some elements of Magic. It's basically just a Pokemon game, just with extra steps. Which then, I mean, you can just depict it as Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are here like, what the hell is that? Like, I guarantee you 90% of the people hearing this are like, I only know Pokemon, I don't know what the fuck else y'all talking about. Yeah.
It's crazy because even with all of these trading cards, like, Pokemon still somehow is like as universal as it is. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh! Might have like a year or two left in it, just because now we're at the point where everything has power crept itself so much that the only way to really litigate all of this shit to make the game more balanced, we need to literally take about 60, I'll say 75% of the card list, the card pool, which is over fucking 14,000 cards, by the way, and we have to ban these in order for us to actually have fun.
I mean, like I said before, man, once we got to, like, I think Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, that's where I was kind of like, all right, this is getting kind of stupid. Like I said, I can't stand Pendulum, I can't stand Synchro, even though I do use Synchro, but my point stands.
I'm not gonna lie. Like they should have just
show or like the time in the card decks.
No, like when he brings up like 5Ds or anything else like that, usually like it's consistent with the era of whatever's going on in the format. So the Synchro era is Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. Xyz will be Yu-Gi-Oh's
He's
Exo.
talking about like the card game or the anime.
No, he's talking like both at the same time. Like he's talking more about the cards, but like the era of whatever anime's out, and then what's going on in the card game. Usually, they align with each other.
I will say though, I give Yu-Gi-Oh! Like initially, like people say, oh, it's so stupid. Like no, a lot of people were turned off by the stupid motorcycles and 5Ds. But as I go on, I'm like, no, that's kind of badass. I can give.
Dude, that was cool as shit. I was gonna say like the motorcycles races. That was cool as shit.
And the story was actually really good for 5Ds. I think that, like I said, the problem was people really didn't give it a chance. And I can't. And the thing is, kids are stupid. Most people, like, you look at the kids, like it felt like they were trying too hard. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what it was? For being kids, we can't relate to riding motorcycles because we have bicycles.
Exactly. Yeah.
But that was supposed to be our comparison.
Apparently, it didn't click. I literally did think it was stupid, but now as a grown person, I'm like, it's
you know what's crazy though? I genuinely like. Okay. I genuinely do love that series 5Ds because it, like, in all honesty, it gets like as deep and as dark as like fucking Akira. It is insane.
Yeah, no, it's really deep.
Bro, when you start talking about the Dark Legends, woo!
Also, the blue bitch. Oh, dude, why is the blue bitch always finding these Yu-Gi-Oh fucking animes, bro?
Because why the fuck wouldn't she be? She needs to be. That's
I'm
like a
with you.
must.
No, here's the thing. No, here's the other reason why I don't. I think it's Exexo. Like, first of all, the dude looks like
I
a
was more
fucking
of a
tweak.
Red Rose dragon guy myself.
Akiza is actually pretty fucking hot. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
And
yeah, no, she's better.
that fucking Red Rose Dragon is fucking annoying as shit. Like even with the new support now, like they actually upgraded it. It's actually pretty fucking awesome to use and pretty easy to actually build in Master Duel. Which, by the way, is free, guys. If you ever want to jump on that,
Yeah,
you want to learn how to play some Yu-Gi-Oh. Hit
Yeah.
me the fuck up because I actually do actual classes on how to play the game.
He actually, by the way, he actually doesn't play like a jackass either. He doesn't just use meta and top tier. He'll sit here like, fuck it, we'll rock with what I got. That feels appropriate.
Oh
And
no,
it's
I
good.
dead ass. The very first deck that I made in the game is so not meta at all, but it's like it's very niche. But at the same time, it's like it's supposed to be casual fun. It's supposed to be able to enjoy yourself, and I like to have the back and forth interactions because
Exactly.
it ends up feeling like the anime.
Pretty much. I mean, dude, literally, like, seriously, see this? That's why to me, it's like, bro, I like looking at things and like, man, you know what? Maybe this might work, but that's not the point. Like, yeah, no, let's make something that no one's made before and make it work. Like that to me is the real fun of Yu-Gi-Oh. That's why, like I said, anything past 5Ds, I just straight up don't fuck with. Like, if I have to read a paragraph for the card, that shit can go fuck off, dude. And
Which is funny because I found out that the reason why even cards were even that fucking big is mainly because they keep on repeating the name of the card and it's literally a long ass fucking name. So like let's say like Obelisk the Tormentor, for example. Like instead of it saying like you can use the effect of this card, it'll be like you can use the effect of Obelisk the Tormentor and they'll say in parentheses as many times as you like or whatever, like whatever the ideal will be, and then it'll bring up again. If Obelisk the Tormentor is sent to the graveyard, then you can special summon Obelisk the Tormentor. Like they keep on adding extra shit just because of the name itself instead of making it.
It's not. And part of it's not even also just that. I mean, I get that because they want to specify because card specifications. But the real problem is like, dude. So there's that. Like I seen that the parentheses shit, but then there's like a whole wall of text right behind it. I'm like, why the fuck am I reading an essay on a card? And on top of that, dude, if you have struggled reading, like I said, look at a pendulum card. And then you're like, okay, why is there a blue? Why is there a paragraph? Why is there a red? Why is there a paragraph? Okay, and then like you said, then it has underneath that, like that's already one paragraph squeezed into a square. Underneath there, oh, the effects of Big Dick Colossus. It's like, and then it keeps putting in parentheses. It's like, why?
Big Dick
I
Ultimate
don't even know what this
Colossus
card does. That's the fucked up part. I don't even know what this thing does. And
that's actually something that a lot of the Yu-Gi-Oh fandom actually complains about as well. Like they just want everything to be condensed because not only would it make it easier for casuals, but it'll make it easier for the competitors as well. Because we all basically break it down as in, okay, card summon on field, pop card, special summon, and that's literally it. We don't say the entire thing. We know what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like they know matchup. They know the matchup. But like, for someone who doesn't, we have to sit here, stop and read it, and then double check ourselves, right? Like for casuals, like these long cards, fuck no.
Like imagine every time you do a Hadouken, you have to read the input that you're doing in order for you to do the Hadouken. That's basically how it feels.
Yeah, and then and then the other dude has to check it to make sure that you did it right.
Yes.
Like, yeah, no, because the people do it fast. Like, no, because they know the cards, they know the effects. Like I said, that's why. Like, if you always see my dude, I like for Yu-Gi-Oh, I will always fuck with simple cards. I am not fucking with complicated cards. That is not fun to me. I will fuck with my Blue Eyes White Dragon, my dark, my emo lord shit, my Egyptian God card shit, and my Aroma Jar, and then also my Troll Exodia deck. That's all I really rock right now.
Fuck yeah! You mean Solitaire, the deck?
Pretty much. I mean, the closest meta deck I have is literally my dark one because it's fucking from 5D. So let that sink in. That's my most meta deck is a 5Ds ass deck. That's it. The rest, nah, bro. They're like literally old Yu-Gi-Oh era. Granted, I don't know what era Aroma Jar is from. Or that one zombie waifu. I know that's a new card and it's top tier. I like having it just because it's a zombie waifu. And
Pot of Greed is the answer.
man, that shit.
Pot of Greed is still single-handedly the best card ever made.
That's crazy,
and all it
bro.
does is draw 2 cards.
Yeah, no, literally, it's crazy that it's still strong even by today's standards. That's what's so fucking wild to me, dude.
Like people used to play it in their deck, and they used to call it a fucking like instead of having a maximum of 40 cards in your deck, you actually had 37. Because if you had that card in your hand, that basically put your deck to 39, and you draw 2. That's immediately 37 cards in your deck.
Pretty much. Yeah, no, dude, it is crazy how simply the act of being able to draw 2 more cards, like it is really, and in a game where you basically, first turn, let me just shuffle through 10 fucking cards, and that one card is still strong as shit. Like that is wild.
Like we went from I'm gonna put my one trap card down, so then when my opponent summons out their boss monster, I get to destroy their boss monster, and then things really get interesting. To okay, I either A, put a full combo and have about 1,000 negates that you can't get around, or B, I deck out your entire deck and you can't even play the game regardless. Basically, we're just at the point where we're making sure our opponent does not play Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, or don't forget the hand traps. Don't forget hand traps.
Oh no, hand traps are incredibly hilarious because they're basically again more reasons for your opponent to not play Yu-Gi-Oh. Your opponent activates something, you basically just say nope and throw down a card that is a hand trap, and they say, well, okay, I do this, and then you say no again, and you throw that card that tells them no, and then you just keep doing that until the game's over.
And shit, and that was crazy, and dude, and mind you, even with like, here's the crazy thing, like someone said, man, trap cards.
Game of imaginary
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's literally that. I'm not even fucking joking.
To me, if a card, I mean, it's kind of already to that point. I mean, maybe to the point, maybe trap cards are just completely useless. I mean, there are some good trap cards. Don't get me wrong. I mean, granted, I think in the modern man, I could be wrong. I don't think they're useful at all. But as far as where I'm at, dude, yeah, even where I'm at, basically, let's say I'm like low 5. Like I use one super good 5Ds deck, and the rest still all Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, dude, even I don't have a lot of trap cards. Like, and I want to, but it's like, dude, hand traps and just spell cards are way fucking better. Or having a card that basically is a trap card too. It's like, yeah, literally, why would you have a trap? They have to wait an entire turn and hope that they don't take it off either with a spell card or a wipe or an effect. Dude, I'm got like
trap cards are so useless. The most powerful trap cards in the game don't act like trap cards. You have infinite impermanence, which I'm talking about all the meta cards that are being used right now. Infinite impermanence, which can be activated from the hand. And then you have what was it, transmitter transcendence or something like that, where you literally use it and then you can use it again in your graveyard in order for you to use another trap card on either opponent's graveyards. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, it doesn't even need to be on the field to be activated. It could be in the graveyard, it could be banished, it could be in your hand. It does not have to touch the field.
Yeah. Like I said, like, dude, outside of a handful of trap card situations and decks, like I said, dude, in one of my other decks, I even, like I said, when I started getting better, I had a single fucking trap card, bro, and it was like really fucking, I forgot what it was, and it was very specific for that deck, and it made sense. Outside of that, I'm like, yeah, nah, bro, like I have like definitely a couple of spell cards, and very specific, and one's a field spell, but like, none of my main cards, they were basically trap cards, bro, like shit. I was like, damn, bro, and again, like I said, I got a Aroma Jar. It's like, not really a trap card, but it's like, do you even need one? It's a robot jar. Like, I'm basically waiting for shit to happen. The trap card's a bonus. I don't know, man. Yeah, this is a weird random tangent on Yu-Gi-Oh, you guys. Like I said, I'm magic casual. And then, like I said, to me, Yu-Gi-Oh is a game that I play when all my devices run out of battery on a failed trip. Did the Switch die? Oh, did the laptop die? Oh, did the Vita die? Did the 3DS die? Fuck it. The time for Yu-Gi-Oh has come.
No, you got one more up your sleeve. Phone emulators.
Hell no. I don't play on iPhones, bro. I'm a cap. I can't do touchscreens, bro. I don't know how people do that shit.
Well,
It's funny you say that because I literally play so many emulators and shit on my phone. It's ridiculous.
Power to you, brother. I mean, no, the emulators are great on iPhone. Like I said, they could be better.
No. You don't use the touchpad. You use the controller.
Controller. Oh yeah, that is a thing. But like, I don't look, dude. The thing is, I have a bunch of mobile devices, like I said, Vita, 3D, like all these. Like, I don't need to play games on my phone. I use it as a phone.
Everything must play games for me. If I can install a game into my daughter's skull, I would.
I mean, hey, look, man. There's a reason motherfuckers say Doom runs on everything.
It literally does. The moment I saw that it can run on a defibrillator, I'm like, okay, this is the ultimate game.
Dude, I saw it on a printer.
That is insane.
The highest evolution would be, can you run Doom on brainwaves?
On what?
Brainwaves, like
Dude,
You probably can.
That is possible.
Dude, they made a mouse be able to play Doom, and then they made, I think, a mouse's brain, like they made like stem cells or some bullshit play Doom. Like it's fucking wasted, man. It also goes to show you, see, further back diving, like Like it makes sense. Like, dude, if your thing has more than a kilobyte of memory, it can run Doom, bro. Like that's how fucking old Doom is, bro. I'm about a megabyte. We'll say a megabit just to be generous. And dude, most things have at least minimum of a megabyte of memory. Or my bad, I would say a gigabyte. Megabyte's like a joke. All it is just coding. And mind you, remember, Doom 1 was excellently coded by the legendary John Carmack.
Wait,
Excellently
I have to
coded.
ask, what is the file size of Doom 1?
I mean, I can look it up right now, dude. Good ass. Give me a minute. Like I
The
see
final
it
size
is
is 1. It's not
And
even a
mind
megabyte.
you,
It's just a
it's
number.
probably different for the okay, let's see. Because I think the Windows version takes up more than the OG one. Oh my eye. Oh god. Ugh. Dude, why is light mode even a thing? That is disgusting.
Imagine playing Doom on an Etch-a-Sketch.
Yeah. I mean, I was again, it's like, wait, no, it's an Etch-a-Sketch. It's not actually a computer. But I mean, I'm pretty sure someone can make a long video of them redrawing every fucking frame
Oh,
and make that a video. So he's technically playing. You know, probably someone has done that shit.
Oh yeah, I'm about to look it
That's
up,
why I brought
honestly.
it up.
Fuck it, go for it. Man, this is a very long vibecast. I'm with it. I ain't tripping. Oh, 3 hours. God damn.
Actually, I was gonna end up saying it because I'm about to get off right now because it's bedtime for me.
I mean, this is a good way to wrap it up, and I gotta go to work too. So, hey, I mean, anything else? You guys
Oh
wanna-
yeah.
Besides me looking up this random fact, dude, it's not. I can't even find the file size. Like, do I have to go look at the ROM to see the size physically? Because I'll do it. You know, fuck it, I will. Doom. Yeah, because it's in archive. Like, you can just download it for free, and it's completely legal, by the way, because it's in Internet Archive. Like, that's the legalest place to get like any kind of game because that means that it's up publicly up to the available public.
Come on, go night. Go, let's go. Don't look at me like that. Come on, it's bedtime. You've been chilling this whole time. Sorry guys, I'm over here talking to the dog.
I
It's
figured.
all good. I like dogs.
Oh, by the way, are you excited for the Capcom collection too? Oh, yeah, Violin Honorable. Last thing to talk about.
No,
I am.
I don't have a game.
It's just gonna be dope.
Shit.
Are you guys excited?
You'll
for
have
that?
it when it's out.
Yeah, it's coming next year, 2025.
Oh, 2025.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, because apparently the NBC collection is coming out on Christmas. I literally looked at the day. I was like, wait, it's coming out dead ass on Christmas? That is crazy. I think that's a good timing.
That's a
I could be
terrible
wrong.
That's an
time.
amazing Christmas present.
Right? Yeah, literally NBC collection. Let's go. I mean, I'm not gonna buy it. $50 is too much for a game that I really won't play online like at all. Like, it's a game to play with the homies for sure. But I already have NBC3, and NBC3 is my favorite one. That's the only reason I'm not getting the NBC3 collection day one. I'll wait for a sale. But the other one, oh hell yeah, dude! I'm gonna rock the shit out of that. Yeah, no, it says 80 megabytes. I feel like that feels way too high.
I feel like that's the HD version.
No. This is the Windows XP version. That's why I was like, I don't think that's the real right one. Let me see. It was on MS DOS, right?
Think so?
This one says 4 gig. Oh, but it's got all of them. Like including expansion. See. MS DOS.
Alright then guys. I'll talk to y'all later.
Alright,
Pieces. Wait, before you go.
too
Oh,
late.
17 megabytes. Okay, I knew it wasn't that high. Thank God. Yeah, that seems more fair. Yep. That's pretty big, all things considering. But yep.
That's
seems
pretty
all right.
nice.
I think it's actually about the size. Well, it's definitely way smaller than a PS1 game. That's absolutely for sure. Like by a couple, dude. But yeah, there you go, you guys. Fun fact. So as long as dude, literally, your RAM has more memory than the entirety of the game. It can fucking run Doom. Anything else we want to go off of? That's killing me.
No,
man.
that's it.
No, we are ready
Cool,
to wrap it up.
perfect. All right, you guys. Anyway, you guys want to wrap it up?
Time to close the case and save it for next time. It's been a
Okay.
pleasure.
And this has been Greatest Gamer 00, your new gaming journalist. On top of me, I don't know. Should I commit to being controversy tuber journal? Is it
You can
controversial?
be a
journalist?
jack of all trades.
Yeah, I mean that's already true though.
I
So
thought you
I
were
mean,
gonna
I
say
said I'm
something
now a
else.
journalist. See, I gotta officially put it because
Call
as a
yourself-
meme, the joke is you guys suck dick. I won't even put as much effort, and I'll do better reporting than them. That's
The
gonna be the sad part.
kindness. The conist for controversial journalists. You just split the words in half. Conist.
Oh, true. Controversy journalist. There we go.
Yeah.
You know, actually, that's a good. FGC. You know, my FGC Chibi contra journalist. Whatever, doesn't matter.
CJ is just for short.
Controversy.
CJ.
I mean,
for
bro,
short.
shit, we're already basically this Vibecast is like an extension. This is literally like the newscast, bro. We're out here sitting here like we're very big, important men. We're all at our house, definitely not in our underwear. We are here in suits on your squad. You know.
Dude, how did
No,
you
dude.
know I was wearing a suit? How
First
did you
of
actually
all-
do that?
This
that's
is very
kinda-
important.
I'm shirtless, like I'm entertaining doing a podcast. All right, man.
Oh
I have my
my
shades
God.
on. The only thing I'm missing is a cigar. That's it.
Okay,
So-
what kind of cigar?
The
This is what
Cuban.
separates the men from the dandy man.
No,
You better have Cuban, bro.
Just a Cuban, dude.
Oh, good.
He's a fucking Cuban. Okay.
That's entertaining. He said even Alpha smoked that stuff. So I'm like, alright.
Oh man, dude, that dude's a loser, bro.
Hey.
Man, I don't want to listen to a thing that jackass.
So ways no trust is left is gone. Yeah, it's gone. Might as well speed up. Open the legs, I might as well beat up. Yeah, love the money, I never could get enough. I'm in your head, I might as well call you bluff. You're not as hot as me, I got the heat though. No, talking down on me, you still beneath. No, I know it's hard to believe I play for keeps though. Yeah, up past that tree, we can't disagree. She get on her knees, she got a degree. Swimming 7 seas, but I'm still floating though.